What? Oh, you know what? I need to quickly check on my phone now. I wonder. Do 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 do. 5 minutes. 4 minutes. We got 4 minutes. 4 minutes to go till kickoff. Till kickoff. What was I wanna. I don't think it'll work. Oh no, I would have to change. I think I would have to change inputs though anyway. Um, Hello, everybody. I don't even know if anybody's in here yet. We are just a few. Shocker! Amy Coney Barrett was confirmed for the Senate, or for the Supreme Court, excuse me. What a shock. What a shocker. I mean, I done fucking told people they were gonna fast track that shit. There was not even a chance in hell. There was not a. There was. Come on, what the fuck? There was not even a chance in hell that they were not going to, or that they were going to wait. Excuse me. Like. Anyway. What's up? What's up? Let's see. So the game is literally about to start. I need to. I wish I could put this shit up there, but. I mean, whatever, bro. Whatever.
You can't just dress up in a shiny helmet and paint.
All right, so I have to Nope, wrong way. Turn this down a little bit. What the fuck? Oh my god, are you kidding me right now? Stupid. Oh, I think I accidentally hit that. Anyway. Damn. I have to watch this shit on my phone. Because that shit's free. Well, sort of. I have Verizon, so it like kind of comes with the service. The NFL app, and I get to watch the games on there and stuff. So I don't have to pay for it.
A challenge, even for an athlete. And that's if there's no surprises. Being a hero. A dream. For any child. This.
What happened to the audio? Well, what the fuck? All right, so looks like the Rams are going to be kicking off to start the game. So the Bears are going. What do you want? What the fuck is? Oh hey. So it looks like the Bears are going to be starting All right, so
Tonight, we give you the defense. Yeah, the defense. Aaron Donald, 7.5 sacks. Myles Garrett passed him yesterday. Despite being double teamed.
dudes, so Aaron Donald has 7.5 sacks on the year right now. He's second in the league only because I forgot who it was they just said, but somebody just passed him in the game yesterday. But he's playing tonight, so maybe he'll take the fucking lead again. But dude, we're gonna have a tough time against the Rams next week. That defensive line is gonna be. I mean, Tua's gonna have his fucking hands full playing against the Rams next week.
It's all about number 20, Jalen Ramsey. You will be hearing his name a lot tonight. He is an impact player.
All right, let's see how this goes. Let's see how this game plays out. It was 2nd and 7. The Bears 2nd and 7. That's the second run. They did. Nick Foles is in. There was two runs to start the game for the Bears. 2 back-to-back runs. They got maybe 5 yards in total so far, so it's going to be like 3rd and 5. 3rd and 5. Yep. Move this over. All right, so he passes. That's going to be a completion for a first down, just past the 40-yard line.
Nice route. He's someone who has explosive playmaking ability when he's lined up in the slot. They need him to keep going. As Nick Foles found a one-on-one matchup with Miller on the rookie Terrell Burgess. Out to the 42.
All right.
Again, it's Allen Robinson. He is their biggest weapon on offense. It's a pickup of 8. Darius Williams forced him out. You see right off the bat, Chicago and Nick Foles.
So it's going to be 2nd and 2 now for the Bears. 2nd and 2. They are at midfield. Right at midfield. 2nd and 2 from midfield. Another run play. Ooh, almost got stopped. It looks like he's going to get a first, but there's a flag. Flag on the play. Bill Vinovich. Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty. Replay 2nd down. So it's going to be 2nd and 12. 2nd and 12 now for the Bears after the holding penalty. Oh, yeah, that's definitely a fucking hold. He totally just grabbed the shit out of Aaron Donald.
They know they're in for a full 60-minute workout. He's the most utilized player in the NFL, dating back to 1628 full starts. And had a holding penalty there. 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12. Incomplete. Now it's going to be 3rd and 12. So, I mean, I don't personally have a stake in this game, obviously, because it's not the Dolphins. So I just hope it's a good game, honestly. And I'm just trying to get a scouting report on this Rams team for next week, since we are about to play them. And Tua's going to have to face this defense, man. Oh, going nowhere. He's going to be about 5 yards short from Foles to Patterson, about 5 yards short of the first down. So the Bears are looking like they're going to they're going to punt, to end their first offensive drive.
And he's someone who, I'll tell you what, defensive coordinator Brandon Staley said, look, he's looking forward to playing in the slot. That star position is an impact position for us on the defensive side of the ball.
Here's Pat O'Donnell.
All right, so the Bears had to punt,
Catch at 9.
and the Rams are going to start at about the 9. Rams are starting at the 9. So that Rams defense, man, with Aaron Donald, he already drew one penalty on an offensive lineman, that holding call, because he just broke straight through the line. He's going to be tough, man. Our offensive line is going to have their hands full. As long as, obviously, as long as they stay healthy and don't lose any players in this game, they're going to, or I suppose during the game next week when we play them,
Truck companies love talking about horsepower.
Interesting.
Guilty as any. But the true force behind our
Interesting.
trucks goes well beyond strength. We run on human power, strength to deliver hope, courage to challenge.
All right. Now let's see how this Rams offense does. The Rams defense got their stop.
Greater than that.
Of course, they got Jalen Ramsey as well there in the backfield. I mean, those are really the two big names on the Rams defense, is Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey. They just happen to be two of the best defensive players in the league. I mean, Aaron Donald is hands down, unanimously the top defensive lineman in the game. Well, defensive tackle, nose tackle, whatever you consider him. I think he's a defensive tackle in there because I think they run a 4-3 front. I think. Anyway, but and Jalen Ramsey is definitely one of the top 5 corners. We technically have 2 of the top 5 corners as well, in Xavier Howard and Byron Jones. And Xavier Howard is definitely looking better and better as he gets healthier, looking more to form. And he leads the league in interceptions, which is great. We're going to need him to fucking play, him and Byron Jones, we're going to need them to play well against the Rams. It's going to be a tough fight for us. That is not going to be an easy fight or an easy game.
They're the only team to rank in the top 10 in points allowed, yards allowed each of the past 3 seasons. The back company on this to do it again this year. I like my marshmallow. Well done. What is that?
No, I got you. The Bears, so that's supposed to be golf out camping in the woods. The Bears are out there.
Okay, look out for beware of bears.
Beware of that man right there. We know
All right, so here we go.
First down and 10.
Rams offense is now on the field.
Darrell Henderson in the backfield. Looking for first carry for the Rams. Just outside on the side. That's a nice gain. On first down.
So the Rams ran it on first down,
Clear and tackles for Chicago.
picked up a solid gain.
These front 3 are really what make this Bears defense go. Akeem Hicks, we talked about what Robinson Aaron. He's underrepresented on this defense at the second level. Roquan Smith came all over the field. Robert Quinn comes over from the Rams a year ago. And this secondary has gotten more and more aggressive as the season's gone on, led by Kyle Fuller.
It was a first down run. They got more than 10 yards on that first down run. So it's a fresh set of downs. Just past the 20.
Henderson.
Picks up about another 5 yards on the ground. So far, the Rams offense their first 2 plays were positive.
A year ago, missed a couple open targets last week. You talk about the uncharacteristic Rams loss a week ago.
See what's up, man. Little play action. That's easy to Robert Woods. They do got plenty of playmakers on the offensive side of the ball for sure. Robert Woods is definitely one of them. So, yeah, I mean, so far their offense on this first drive is pretty simple. It was just a couple of runs. But the first run netted a little over 10 yards, like 11, 12 yards or something like that. First set of downs. Then they picked up about another 5, and then they did a little RPO roll out to his left and picked up an easy pass to Woods for a first down. And they're doing a lot of like easy passes or, couple runs, couple easy passes, but that picked up another first down. So they're moving. They're moving. I mean, they got a ton of guys. The Rams are one of the teams that has stayed relatively healthy so far. And if if they don't have any major injuries in this game and we have to face, a healthy Rams team, it's gonna be a very tough debut game for Tua. It's gonna be fucking tough. So let's see, 2nd and 10.
Hicks also didn't practice on Thursday and Friday. Said he had a bit of an illness, and everybody immediately reacts and thinks the worst. It's almost kind of like a common cold in case of the surface.
I mean, can you help people or can you blame people for thinking that when tons of players are getting illnesses that it could possibly be? Ooh. You threw that shit a little high. Now it's 3rd and 10. There's a flag, though. A flag just got thrown. It is 3rd and 10 as of right now, but holding defensive hold, so that's going to be a first down. 5 yards and an automatic first down. Damn. The Bears held the Bears got the Rams to 3rd and 10, but then they got a fucking penalty and a holding penalty and gave them a fresh set and another 5 yards. So it's going to be a fresh set, 1st and 10 from about the 45-yard line of the Bears. Goff ran. God damn, I can't fucking talk for shit apparently. Goff ran for about 6 or 7 yards. 2nd down, so they're moving, man. Overall, they did get helped out by that penalty, and I didn't see the replay, so I don't know if it was. I couldn't verify it for myself. Let's see, 2nd and 4. Whoa. Yeah, what the hell? Goff just totally fucking missed. Like, it was a little, so like he drops back and he was trying to like scan downfield for something, a bigger play. But he chooses to do the check down, but he just totally missed the dude. Like, he missed him by like 10 yards, bro. Like, that shit was crazy. So now it's 3rd and 4. They had to call a timeout because the clock was running. So they're having a little something, stalling them up here on offense. Their defense did good to start the game out and got their stop pretty easy, but the offense is having some good plays. It started out with some good plays, but then they're struggling a bit. Got helped out by the penalty. And then fucking 2nd and 4, man. He just completely missed the running back out in the on the dump off, man. Like he didn't have anybody near him. The receiver, the running back, nobody. There was no defender there. He was wide open. It's not like it was a tight window. And then he like just overshot him by like 10 yards. Oh Lord. No, that was gross. I didn't like that play call. Yeah, that was a disgusting what do you call it? A screen. Like, that was terrible. All right, so both defenses now have gotten a stop.
That is a big man to be running down skill players out of the play.
Always ready for the Johnny Hacker pass. This is nearly a punt. Signal for a fair catch.
Looks like it rolled out at about the 6. They're marking it at about the 6-7 yard line. That's where the Bears will take over. I mean, look, this is the Bears are 5-1. The Rams are 4-2. They're both certainly up there in the league right now.
Howard A's get 0% financing for 72 months on the 2020.
Maximize your savings, invest from anywhere, find insurance.
Commercials. This new Sleep Number 360. Man, you know what's funny?
Can I help keep me asleep? I've never heard
The last several times I've seen this commercial for this new Sleep Number bed, it's been a different one, not the Dak Prescott one. Wonder if they pulled it because he got hurt. Or at least I've been seeing it more. I think I might have seen the other one like once. Come on. Enough with the commercials. Let's go. Get back to the game.
Let's try to get 2 months free.
All right, so the Bears are about to take over. All right. Let's see. So they're going to be starting at like their own 6 or 7 yard line. 1st and 10. This is their second drive. The Rams forced them to punt after like 4 or 5 plays. All right. They start with a run that picks up like 3 yards.
Savvy, you said it. As gorgeous as this building is, 260 luxury suites, 13,000 premium seats, like no fans. And Sean McVay was telling us over the weekend, it is eerily quiet down here, and he is absolutely right. I feel like I have to put my voice when the PA announcer stops talking, because if there's no music, if there's no PA announcer, you can hear everything.
Yeah. That's because there's a pandemic, people. It's good that they don't allow fans. Because every other team that is allowing fans is contributing to the massive spike in coronavirus cases that's happened in the U.S. Let's see. 3rd and 7. Brockers. He's fucking pretty damn good, too. 3rd and 7 from, they're about their own 10-yard line. I mean, they're about to go 3 and out if they don't get this first down. And nope. Not even close. So they're going to punt. That's a pretty quick 3 and out. And they're going to be punting from their own 10-yard line. So the Rams should get pretty decent field position.
snap, and you're guaranteed
depending on, the kick and if there's any penalties and shit like that. So, yep,
Adam Donald
They're
from
gonna-
Chicago.
they're going to punt from their own end zone.
Sybil Webster for the Rams. See if he gets a return.
Uh,
Got plenty of green in front of
he is going to return it. Gets close to the 50-yard line.
56-yard punt.
So they're going to have good field position starting right around midfield. The Rams here for their second drive.
But you don't have to bad time their line. If you're experiencing bad tonight, there may be a way to help. The life you want is waiting. Talk to your bad tie today to find out bad tie is right for bad tie. What all you can bad ties think about?
Mhm.
Postmates, official on-demand food delivery partner of the NFL.
You push the limits. You defy convention. You turn every ask into an answer. With Ram Rebel, Ram Power Wagon, and the all-new Ram 1500 TRX. Where more people are switching to Ram.
Oh, boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Shifted.
Now during Ram Power Days, get 0%
So,
financing for 72
also,
months on the 2020 Ram
the,
1500.
The Rams are obviously playing tonight on Monday Night Football. And we play them on Sunday, so they're going to have a short week. And they're traveling from here in LA to Miami, so they're going to have to go cross country. So that is a factor. Will it be a factor that makes a difference? When is the game? If it's hot in Florida on that day, they got some jet lag, and maybe they get tired from the heat and stuff. So, maybe there'd be a little bit of an advantage for us there.
Progressive Insurance. Save when you bundle auto. Cycle Insurance. Visit Progressive.com. And Ram built to serve.
And we're gonna, the Dolphins have fans at the stadium, so there's definitely gonna be fans there.
1965, the late Gale Sayers scored 6 touchdowns against the 49ers,
Whoa.
tied the NFL's record for most touchdowns in a single game. The Hall of Famer sadly passed away last month at the age of 77. There you see him with his teammate Brian Piccolo. They shared a friendship that shattered racial boundaries. They were so glad that a whole generation
Great.
only know their story because of the beloved 1971 TV movie Brian saw. I'm not much of a crier myself, but man, it's hard to keep it together when I watch that football. And
Watch that, man. What a great example for today, right? And now we can come together.
All right, 1st and 10. Rams have it at about midfield. Play action pass. Going deep.
Jared Goff airing it out for Josh Reynolds. And he can't get there. Jalen Johnson,
Man,
the excellent rookie.
the pass actually looked like it was pretty on point. There was considerable contact, and they ended up going down. Oh. But it didn't look like it was the defensive back's fault at all. It just looked like the receiver hit a divot in the fucking, or he didn't remember to lift his foot up or something. I don't know. It was weird. Oh. Goff almost got sacked, scrambled away, threw it, got a first down, but there's a flag now.
You're not going to be able to block him one-on-one, and you end up holding.
And it looks like it's going to be a holding on the Rams. Oh, no? Oh. It was an illegal use of the hands to the face on Akeem Hicks, actually. But they declined it because the result of the play was a first down. Oh, wow.
Little Hicks slapped
All right, so let's see. The Rams are at the 37. He's rolling out. Throws it. Is it a catch? It's a catch. So another first down. They're at the 24-yard line. No. The 22-yard line. So that picked up about 7. So the Rams are down. It's 2nd and 3, and now they're down in. Oh yeah. They're in the red zone. So let's see if they're in field goal range for sure. That's 2nd and 3. Let's see if they get a touchdown or if this Bears defense holds them to a field goal. They ran for it, picked up about 4 or 5. That's a first down.
Defensive coordinator Chuck Pagano told us the key to defending teams that run this outside zone stretch is getting knockback, resetting the line of scrimmage.
Here's Goff throwing on the run.
Another little fucking RPO or a designed rollout, excuse me. Little designed rollout to his left. Picks up another good little bit of yards. They're getting close. The Bears apparently have the best red zone defense, though. 36.4%.
Problems that the Rams present down here is all that motion, that jet motion.
2nd and 3 now.
Everything happens even faster, it seems, with all the different interference in the backfield.
Jimmy Hustle up to the line of scrimmage now. Here's Goff looking to his left and throwing down.
Ooh,
Touchdown. Josh Reynolds.
easy touchdown from Goff to Reynolds.
Tempo creating this. Watch as they come out of the huddle. There's only 5 seconds left on the clock. Mustard Street is late getting over. Reynolds comes out.
Yeah,
Backfield, that's right.
that was super. Yeah, that was super easy because they ran up to the line quick and the fucking the defender just didn't get over in time. So the receiver was not super wide open, but open. Yeah, he was pretty wide open. So Rams now lead 7-0. All right. Yeah, we don't have the kind of defense that if they play well, our defense, they got some players. We got 2 of the highest paid corners in the league. Xavier Howard is definitely a boss. He's not just a lockdown corner, but that motherfucker actually gets his hands on balls and fucking intercepts that shit. We lost Devon Godshaw probably for the rest of the year, so that hurts. And we're getting some other injuries along that line. Raekwon Davis is dealing with, I believe, a shoulder injury. Landon Roberts has been fucking dealing with a bunch of shit throughout the year. Kyle Van Noy's had some stuff. So hopefully they can just stay healthy. But yeah, and if they play a good game, man, they can, they got a ton of guys. They got fucking Reynolds, Woods. They got God damn it. Oh, and Cup, Reynolds, Woods, Cooper Kupp. They got a few guys. They got a few receivers. They got a few different running backs that they use. Some playmakers in the backfield. Jared Goff, he's, I don't think he's anything super like stellar or special, but he's a good quarterback. And when he plays well, he can play really well. So it's going to be a tough offense. It's definitely going to be a really tough defense to go up against.
Derrick Henry does 663 yards. How about that game? The Titans and the Steelers. Oh man, that was so.
All right, Rams kick the ball off.
Patterson will run everything back. He'll go 9.5 yards deep in the end zone. It's fun to watch.
Got 7 touchdowns.
Yes, absolutely.
Does he really just run it back every single time?
Although Nick Foles, the places you'll go. You're drafted by Philly, a super memorable town. Then comes St. Louis. Put you up for the crowd.
Oh my God! Please stop. What are they doing?
With the Eagles on a special play. And find out the
Oh my God!
Jacksonville met till Chicago.
They're doing some weird little fucking like Dr. Seuss nursery rhyme type shit to fucking tell where Nick Foles has been in his career, how many teams he's been to and shit. Like, oh my God, shut up.
Jacksonville get the bad weather.
Shout out Dr. Seuss. On first down and 10.
Interestingly enough,
Here's Foles moving across his body.
oh, damn. Yeah, that was a brilliant catch.
It's a 37-yard over Justin Hollins.
Me and Dr. Seuss have the same birthday. Fun fact.
Nick Foles is going to have to make a play, even if there is leakage in the front 7. You see Nick just got to work away from Aaron Donald off the design, pull out, and then the throwback. Cole Kmet is one of those guys who started to make plays for them. Someone who was a tremendous.
Yeah, that was a brilliant fucking catch by Cole Kmet.
Plays down the field. But they're going to need to make those explosive 20-plus yard plays.
37 inches in the vertical leap of the 2020 combine. Cole Kmet.
Let's see. All right, so they're just inside the 45.
It's Kmet again.
We pick up about another 8.
And a credit to Cody White here, too, on that previous play. He's one-on-one with Aaron Donald. Donald, he gets beat, but he doesn't give up. He gets bumped out off the ground. He gets a little piece of Donald. And that's what gave Nick Foles an opportunity to push the ball down the field.
Second and third, or 3.
3 games against him. Was brought to his attention a couple times this week, and he said, "Hey, that's all the formation I need." Let's see. Second and 3 now. On the ground, here's Montgomery.
Okay, it's going to be third down. Looks like third and 3.
Give him a yard on the play.
Maybe a yard. They maybe got a yard.
Continue to run the ball to Aaron Donald's side. I mean, you got Jermaine Ifedi, came over from Seattle. He was a tackle a year ago. They moved him into guard, and we asked Aaron Donald. Donnie said he just looks uncomfortable in there at guard. And he's like, quite honestly, I'm looking forward to the opportunity. And you can see whether it's in the pass rush or against the run, this man is special.
Yeah, bro. This is going to be a really tough defense to play against for the rookie. I mean, he's going to have to fucking play lights out. Especially if the offense or if our defense can't contain their offense. I mean, our defense definitely has had their fair share of issues. So,
Has been charged with getting this offensive line moving. And then he told us we have to run the ball. We can't run the ball at all. It's going to be tough sledding for us all night long. And they're going to stick with it.
first and 10. Fresh set of downs for the Bears. Maybe got a yard.
Bears ran the ball relatively well to start the season, but they ran up against a couple of defenses in the Colts and the Bucs that were just too good for them. They averaged 2.3 yards a rush in the last 3 games. And you're right, Lewis, if they can't run the ball, everything else that they want to do offensively comes off of that play action. It's a good sign for them early. Get a few positive runs.
The Steelers philosophy is always blame it on the center. It's like your oldest child, no matter what kid does something wrong. Blame it on the oldest kid. And he points to the center. White hairs are here. Here's Montgomery.
Okay, they pick up about another 2 or 3. It's going to be third down again.
Stop.
Like 3rd and 5.
Seconds in this first quarter.
So far, the Rams defense has been holding pretty stout against the run.
And the passing game has caught more passes. 19 targets in the last 3 games out of the backfield. So really, he's the only guy they have. That's why we see some of the
It's going to be a tough. I mean, they're going to have to. If we're going to get our running game going, they're going to have to make sure that they. I mean, they would be foolish to run at Aaron Donald. If they run directly at him, then it's probably not going to work out too well.
Local businesses are doing their part. Let's all do ours. Help protect your community. Tap to pay with Visa. Because we're
Dude, fucking John Cena sucks, bro. He's such a terrible actor. I don't know if anybody likes John Cena's acting, but I think that dude's fucking terrible. I've never liked John Cena. The Rock was a much better wrestler, and he's a million times better as an actor.
5G just got free. iPhone 12 and iPhone 12 Pro are here on Verizon 5G. Visit
Yup.
Verizon 5G game changer. The coverage of 5G nationwide and in more and more cities. Performance of 5G will provide
This country is fucked.
I downloaded a full movie in under 30 seconds. How is that possible?
Now, get iPhone 12 on us when you switch. This is the 5G phone that everyone wants. The 5G America's been waiting for. On Verizon. Introducing the new Sleep Number 360 Sport. Now temperature balancing, so you can sleep better together.
Faster?
Yes.
Can it help keep me asleep?
Absolutely. An intelligent senses your limits automatically adjust. You will effortlessly help. Can I tell a story?
I've never heard snoring.
Exactly. No problem. Done. So you can really pros better sleep. Not us first. Proven quality sleep.
What happened?
Professional about modern day sound infusion.
All right. So the Rams are still up 7-0 right now. Start of the second quarter. Oh, the first quarter just ended.
Now it's home to the fabulous SoFi Stadium. The Rams and the Chargers. Chargers played yesterday against the Jaguars. And a high scoring affair. See how this one shakes out. Here's the old floor. The fabulous score. Welcome you back to the third down.
All right, 3rd and 5 for the Bears. They're at the 27-yard line. Oh, not going to get there. The receiver had to go up to get the ball. It was kind of high, and it didn't give him an opportunity to get any run after the catch. So, and the catch was short of the first down to begin with.
Great break and tackle by Burgess. That's the second play he's made.
Yeah, bro, this fucking Rams team's going to be tough, man.
Here's Carlos Santos on.
They're going for a field goal.
Special teams player of the week. 42-yard field goal.
Bears are going for a 42-yard try. Looks good.
He's got that one.
It's good. So 7-3.
Don't miss NFL
Rams up 7-3.
Sunday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, only on ESPN Plus. Shows available streaming each week's
Oh man, I'm a little sleepy right now.
Wednesday, check it out, download the app. Go to ESPNplus.com today. There were plenty of highlights to watch over and over again. A wild Sunday in Week 7 around the NFL.
And that game last night was unbelievable. I was trying to go to bed early and still stay up to overtime on the West Coast. And Kyler Murray just took that momentum and kept it going. And they, him and Russell made some uncharacteristic turnovers. Kyler Murray and Arizona already beat San Francisco first game of the year, so they beat San Francisco and Seattle in this division. He's starting to figure it out, Kyler Murray. NFC West is on notice for sure.
If he hasn't figured it out yet, look what he's doing now. Amazing. See the play of the Bears on this kickoff. Let's see that. They switch everybody around, go right to left. Raven Calais. From the 2 out to the 25-yard line.
Okay, so they're gonna start at about 25.
Offense is flying motion. You'll see it pretty much. Anybody in the offense can do it. It affects the defense, isolates Khalil Mack on a naked. This time they bring it across. Watch how it impacts the defense on the weak side. This bootleg game and stretch outside zone for the Rams is a staple of theirs. And what Sean McVay has done is added this fly motion, which puts a little bit more pressure.
All right, first and 10.
First down and 10.
Oh,
Here's Goff, took a shot on a pie.
ooh, that was a dangerous throw.
Falls incomplete.
Looked like somebody got a ball in there. And Ben Nichols on the face
There was
mask
some-
of Jared Goff.
There was some pressure. Yeah, it looked like Goff got smacked in the face. Oh, he did. Wait, what?
Actually, Keith Hicks got just a finger on the mask. It doesn't get called to Jared Goff.
So
That's the correct call. He's in the pocket. There was no receiver over there, but he maybe thought he was going to get a penalty.
John Perry, what
Jared Goff just got an intentional grounding penalty, but there should have been.
It's all about the force. It's a judgment call, but I think they could have done both.
Yeah, that should have been a face mask penalty though. That he got enough to fucking like turn his head and shit. Oh, it was 2nd and 20. Picked up a nice chunk of it back on that second down run. They lost it down too, so it's gonna be 3rd and 11. That was huge, but that should have been offsetting penalties because there should have been a fucking face mask on Akeem Hicks.
This guy's a no-nonsense runner. Big, thick individual. Really can punish it between the tackles.
And to leave him in there on pass downs as well. Looks around for it. He's good pass protection. 3rd down and 11. Goff empty. Good pocket. Has time to set up and fire and complete. Josh
That was a pretty easy first down.
gain of 18 on the play.
Great protection.
Pretty
Watch out.
easy 18 yards.
And Mack on the same side on the left. Double team on Mack. Whitworth takes Quinn. Great pocket to throw from. We were talking with Andrew Whitworth, the left tackle, yesterday, and he's very familiar. Obviously, Robert Quinn was on this Rams team a year ago, and so he knows all those tricks. That veteran on the other side at that time. Great protection.
All right, so they're getting close to midfield. They're at their own 42-yard line. Run play. Oh, picks up about 9. So it's going to be like 2nd and 1.
Up 9 on the play. Motion Woods through the backfield.
This is going to be a really tough game next week, man.
To get outside and test the perimeter again, something John McVay said, I want to test this defense on the edges.
I want to make some tea. I need to make some tea. That's what I need to do.
And he said he was going to go on out the ground again. He wanted to see how his team responded and how the Bears responded to a physical type of running game attack.
Oh, yeah. I keep yawning and shit. And I feel a little tired in the eyes.
Second down and 1.
Oh,
Cut it back. Just barely get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, I mean, at least he didn't lose yardage, right? 3rd and 1.
These are those tough downs where the reason why you pay the big men up front is because they have to win and capture the line of scrimmage right now.
3rd and 1 for the Rams. They just had a 2nd and 1 and couldn't pick it up. Just got back to the line of scrimmage. So let's see if they can get it here. And that was pretty easy. That's another 9 yards.
Down at 10, and Reynolds has been the guy tonight. Not Cooper Kupp, not Robert Woods, not yet. At the Chicago 40. Making the Henderson, kick it to Woods, and nothing doing there. Wow. Mario Edwards wasn't having any of that.
Why do they invest on the defensive line? Why do they continue trying to accumulate these kind of guys? Because when you get penetration disrupts the running game. I don't care how much jet motion you run, how many motions you run. That's how you shut it.
Yeah, that was a good defensive stop. It was 2nd and 13, picked up like 3. So it's going to be a 3rd and 10.
One thing that this Rams offense has struggled with, and it is stunts and pressure. That time they brought Eddie Jackson down, and that's why Mario Edwards was able to knife.
So they're saying that the Rams offense has struggled with stunts and pressures. So, I mean, our defensive line's going to have to play we're going to have to play tough, man. I hope those guys are watching this game right now, you know? Like, I hope they're all at fucking home, like, watching this shit. Way overthrew. Damn. Goff has been off on some fucking throws tonight that he should have made for sure.
They had him there with an intentional grounding right off the bat. They overcome it with a nice throw downfield. But you're not going to go consistently 60, 70, 80 yards on this defense. They're going to get you at some point.
Johnny Hecker is back there.
So the Rams are punting.
From the 50. Had a 35-yard punt the first time.
Looks like they might be able to pin him back deep, pretty deep.
This is right in that same neighborhood.
About the 10,
At the 10.
10-yard line. So the Bears are going to start at the 10. The offense. Yeah, I mean, look, if they play, if they play good, clean football, they can be a pretty explosive offense. I mean, they have some good playmakers, especially at wide receivers. These running backs are solid. I mean, they run, they're running 3 different running backs. So, I mean, we're going to have to prepare for all of them. Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, when I do my preview video for the game, when I do my preview video on Saturday, I'll be doing, I'll include the league standings or whatever. So, we'll see where their offense ranks, in running and passing and all that stuff, points per game and so on. We'll see where they stand. That defense, though, is going to be a problem. The defense, I mean, like I said, as long as they, don't have any major injuries, which hopefully they don't, because I don't like anybody getting hurt. But, barring any injuries, that defense is going to be tough. That defense is going to be really tough. I mean, Aaron Donald alone is going to cause significant issues It's gonna be a tough game for Tua's debut.
He's right there. You don't need luck. You just need Rodney Watson.
It's gonna be a tough game. Oh, my hand.
Starting as a two-way lineman from 1922 to 1931, Duke Slater graduated from law school and passed the bar exam, all while playing in the NFL. In 1948, he was elected Chicago's second black judge, then became the first black judge to serve on their superior court.
It's cool.
Next, each week during the season, Monday Night Football will be highlighting an NFL trailblazer like Duke Slater. Red Grange once said that was the greatest lineman he ever played against.
Wow. That's a great story. I didn't know Duke Slater's story. It's very similar to Al Page, right? One from judge football to judge.
Okay, so they're starting at their own 10.
7-3 lead, and Chicago is pinned back again after another punt. Starting with their own 10. Montgomery.
Yeah, look at this defense, though, man. The defense is fucking nasty, bro.
It's going to be tough for David Montgomery running the ball between the tackles.
They got no
It's something that
no gain on first down. Oh, I guess they got maybe a yard.
0.5 yards per carry.
On second
I mean, you can't.
Foles loads up. As Moody
Ooh.
deep. John Johnson with him step for step. Darnell Mooney, the
I mean,
rookie
if they want to try it, go for it, I guess. But I mean, you're opening yourself up to get yourself called for penalties and stuff like that. Not to mention, I'm not exactly. I personally don't condone using methods like that. I think if you know, just go fucking square up with them. Like, you don't have to do shit that could potentially get people hurt. Like, when you cut block people and you take out people's legs intentionally, nah, that shit's no bueno. Like, people get hurt doing shit like that. So frankly, I'd rather them just prove that they can stand up to it. I mean, double team him. You know, a lot of people double team him and shit. So just double team him a lot.
had to get to the. I don't think it gets there.
No, not even he's short. Well, they got the nose of the ball on the 20-yard line. They're going to give him a first down.
There's a red flag is thrown.
Rams are challenging this previous play
In time.
spot of the ball.
I thought Ramsey came up and was able to stop it before the 20-yard line. That's close.
That was a great shot. You saw it coming in here, Leonard. Stick around.
Pretty good.
Double step away.
She wanted a roommate who could help with the cooking, but she wanted someone who loves cats. So we got Chris Waldo. One thing we could both agree on was getting Geico to help with our renter's insurance. Yeah, switching and saving was really easy. Could you use a little salt?
Visit Geico.com and see how easy saving on renter's insurance can be. Tuesday.
Stupid.
Steve has said he wanted to be available for the biggest twist in Bachelorette history. The relationship just brought up.
Oh, stretch a little bit. Oh yeah, I should probably. Well, how much longer is the first half? If the first half's almost over, I might just wait. I want to go make a cup of tea. I could use it actually. Drink some water right now.
Don't get mad, get even, and get more than just trading. Invest
Want to go get a cup of
5G just got real. iPhone 12 and
All right, you know what?
iPhone 12
I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go put together a cup of tea real fast. Couple minutes. I'll be right back. Okay. Yeah.
These are the kind of things that just continue
Shit.
to hold this offense back. He just makes a big call down in his own territory, trying to go for a fourth down. They just can't get out of their own way.
Trying to make some
That negative
fucking
feeling
tea.
right there. I don't think they were going to get the first down. Thank you, Carol.
So the Bears, the call was reversed, and they were short of the line to gain. The Bears stayed on the field, the offense, and then they had a false start.
Yeah, that's going to take a Chicago bounce. In a big way. Goes a 47-yard bump back at 30 seconds after this word.
So the Rams are going to start at their own 37, 38-yard line.
Ending NFL Week 7 with a bang, courtesy of another edition of the Big Play Payday. If the Bears or the Rams score a touchdown of 20-plus yards in the fourth, you get a free ticket to a $100,000 contest on Sunday. The payday has already hit this season, and it could hit again tonight. So download the DraftKings Daily Fantasy app, sign up with the promo code, join the Big Play Payday before the start of the fourth quarter, and make it free.
Never rains in Southern California, as the song goes.
So I get it if you're Matt Nagy. You're trying to get some confidence in your team. Half a yard, it's a half a yard, but not in a game like, this is going to be a tight game or a defensive game. You'll make it there. Give them 19 points right off the bat.
I think you rushed the penalty, bailed them out. First down and 10 from Los Angeles.
Okay, 1st and 10.
Cooper Kupp gotta get
Ooh.
the ball in his hands somehow to hand
Man.
it off to him.
I was like a little end around kind of run for Cooper Kupp, picks up 12 or 13.
The communication was concerned that Ted Moshe, he comes across the field screaming like that and hands it off. If you're not lined up properly and you don't have your closing attempt principle set, he's out the game in a hurry.
All right, little play action.
Hit Buck to
Oh!
and he's still on his feet. Johnny Buck
Wow.
taken down at the 11-yard line.
They're down to the 11. That was a nice catch and run by their tight end.
This defense on its heels
Damn.
now. You're going to see again. Naked. This time they don't go to Kupp. They go to a 4-3 receiver and Lunt. And bad tackle, which you do not see from this Bears defense.
I mean, damn, yeah, that dude just totally whiffed on that
Lunt's
tackle.
gonna get an opportunity
Just
to
slid right off the dude.
down with the hand injury from a week ago.
First down and 10. From the Chicago 12. Here's
Oop.
Anderson. 2 hands on the football. Spinning and bouncing
I was going to say that was close to a holding penalty, but no call. Looks like they got 7 yards on that run. I mean, they're getting close to another touchdown here, the Rams. And Sean McVay is a really, really good coach. He's an awesome offensive mind, for sure. The dude's brilliant. I mean, he knows how to scheme up offenses. Oh! Oh! That's a loss of maybe a yard. So 3rd down.
Very few teams have had more pressure put on them defensively than the Chicago Bears. This offense can just positions, and they've been up to the task. And right here, early in this game, you get the feeling that they need to get the stop and keep the Rams out of the end zone.
3rd and 4.
14-3. Also won on that play.
So it's 3rd and 4. They can still pick up a first down by getting to the 2-yard line.
Underneath Henderson.
Not going to get there.
Picked up a yard on the play. Buster screen.
Let's see what they do. Are they going to kick the field goal? They're going to go for it.
It's just nice vision by Buster Screen. As far as playing zone coverage, letting the route sort itself out. You're going to see Buster. He's going to just come across right here. You're just going to see him just settle and play with vision. As the route comes across the field to him, you see him then. You see he just squares up, plays with vision, breaks on the quarterback, makes the tackle. That's how you draw it up.
And they're going to kick the field goal. Okay. It's now 10-3. Rams are up 10-3. Oh, yeah.
With DashPass, you get 0 delivery fees from thousands of restaurants.
And with any Chase Freedom Card, you get access to DashPass for free for 3 months.
Sign up to save. After 3 months, you're eligible to DashPass. Thousands of restaurants with 0 delivery fees. Visit DoorDash.com/ChaseFreedom.
If I had the honor of being president, I promise you I will lead. My plan lowers healthcare costs, gets us universal coverage quickly when Americans desperately need it. By making it less expensive for Americans to choose plans with lower deductibles and out-of-pocket expenses. By lowering prescription drug prices. By ending the practice of so-called surprise billing. When I'm president, I will take care of your healthcare coverage and your family the same way I would.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Joe Biden.
Got my motherfucking cup of tea, baby.
Not your grandma. I don't laugh every
Oh, shit.
And
What did
I
I do?
don't think your grandma's ginger ale. I drink Canada Dry Old Ginger. An extra kick real ginger tea that is off the tennis balls off your grandma's walker. You Canada Dry Old Ginger, not your grandma's ginger ale.
My Chipotle carne asada is back.
Fresh lime juice and cilantro, and it just brings out those flavors. It's very tender. When you're cutting it, it's tender. When you're eating it, it's tender.
Face.
Steak.
Face.
Well, basically, we need to salads or bone. Who knows where that bun is?
I don't have silent.
Everyone that's around here that have installments, we buy a new home and we turn into our parents. What I do is help new homeowners overcome this.
Was that an adjustable spanner? Good choice, Steve.
Dude, don't forget you're not assisting him. You hired him. You have nowhere to sit. Who else reads books about submarines? My dad. Yeah.
Oh, those are.
Progressive can't protect you from becoming your parents, but we can protect your home and auto when you bundle with us.
That.
Weekend kicks off with Thursday Night Football, starting at 8:20 p.m. Eastern on Fox, NFL Network, and Prime Video. And games on both with the Young Sports and NFL apps.
Okay. Took a little quick hit, too. I don't know why I insist so much on not smoking on screen or on camera. Like, who fucking cares? Who cares? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Who fucking cares? It's not like I'm doing anything illegal. Okay. Yeah, this motherfucker literally takes it out every time, huh? They don't even give a fuck.
And this Rams offense is starting to find their rhythm. Run the football on first down, and then the bootlegs that come off of it.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited for my team.
How they're going to play the combination of those two plays. The stretch, run game, and then the negative that comes off of it. It's very difficult when this offense and Sean McVay get it going.
Shit needs to cool down a little bit, though.
Sean McVay came from Washington, and now he's brought it to the Rams. Zicopolis outside the pocket, working 5 for 5. First down and 10 for Chicago. Trailing by a touchdown. There's Foles to throw.
Oh. Ooh.
And it is caught.
Wow.
Robinson took it off the turf. That's the 31st pass play tonight. 31
was rushing faster tonight on both sides.
It's a nice job by Nick Foles just navigating the pocket and doesn't find the crease. The ball may have touched the ground there.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was super low.
It's close.
I mean, it's a really close call.
That's one that Sean McVay's going to challenge a 10-yard gain inside their own 35.
John Barry's waving his arms, no incomplete. Here's Foles touchdown. That time. And that's Jimmy Graham. First target for Graham tonight, pick from 6. Under 4 to go.
This is the Rams defense. He's dealing with a new defensive coordinator, Brandon Staley, who is very familiar with these Chicago Bears. He worked with Vic Fangio a couple of years ago in Chicago.
Alrighty.
Fangio to Denver. And
Just
now he's
gotta
getting
ring
his
out
first
my
opportunity
fucking
to call
tea
defensive
bags.
plays. And
Ow!
been outstanding so far this season.
Tea bags.
Second down and 4.
Fucking tea bags. 2nd and 4 from their own 39.
Trying to get the rookie in the right spot. There's 2 on the play clock and a timeout.
Bears took a timeout. Clock was running out.
First timeout.
All right, that's good.
On Saturday, what a game this should be. On Halloween night in college football, Justin Fields comes off an amazing game, leading Ohio State and the State College to take on Sean Clifford and Penn State in a battle of high-powered offenses led by these dual-threat quarterbacks, Chris and Kirk Moran. We'll see you Saturday night, 7:30 Eastern on ABC. A whole lot of pressure on the Sun on the home team. I know it's early in Big Ten play. Penn State, you lose your opener. You got to welcome Ohio State to town. Look out.
Steve Fields, it's fun to watch, isn't it? They can throw the football all over the place.
Near perfect game. Is pass
Alrighty then.
All right, second down and 4. For Chicago. And they're all 39. Moving gets set.
Still a bit hot.
Patterson.
Oh, that's an easy first down.
Trying to get those speed going. And he is into Rams territory. Out of bounds. Stops at 3:18 left.
I like what they're doing with Darnell Mooney, taking a little bit of a page out of Sean McVay's playbook. They just move him around, push him, release him behind the line of scrimmage, hide him,
All right.
and get him out there on the perimeter where he can use that.
They're now on the Rams side of the field.
Who's a great defensive lineman. Is get outside the pocket, no misdirection, quick throws.
Timeout, Bears.
Will spend the time out there. That'll leave him with 1 left.
Yeah, so they got 1 timeout left. 1.
See head coach Matt Nagy on the sideline. He's frustrated right now as far as
Uno
not
mas.
being able to stay in rhythm. Somewhat, hey,
The squinty
This
eyes.
is the kind of thing, again, that gets very frustrating for him as a head coach. They make those kind of self-imposed mistakes, kind of break the flow of his play calling and the momentum that they
Squinty eyes.
Rarely do these games go as you guys predict they will in the pregame. And they're at 10-3. This is kind of where we thought we would be at this point, right? You kind of wonder, if one team make a turnover, that was a big stop by the Bears inside their own 5-yard line.
Yeah, I want to see a fucking turnover, man. Like, these defenses are fucking supposed to be the strong suits here in this game, right? Oh, and Foles sacked. Foles sacked and loses like 4 yards. Yep. Aaron Donald, man. That's gonna be a tough team, bro.
He's never going to stop when it comes to a passing down. He's never going to stop hunting the quarterback. And you're right. His antenna went up when he said, hey, you haven't sacked the ball. You guys are trying to motivate me. You're trying to make me get this guy.
Didn't think it's going to go consecutive weeks without a sack. Montgomery in the backfield.
2 seconds, 1 second. They get the ball off. There's a run. Picks up 4.
Michael
maybe 5 yards. It's going to be third down. 2-minute warning. Well, yep, low scoring. Tough defenses. That's kind of what you would expect. A low scoring affair with these kind of defenses. Especially with the offenses, having some miscues and stuff like that, some mistakes. Excuse me.
46 points. I just boosted 15 points with Experian Boost. This is incredible. I'm so excited that Experian Boost helped me get a higher credit score so that I can buy any nice car soon.
I knew the higher credit score was really going to help me get serious about saving. Free boost. It's going to help me save money. Most of your credit scores get stopped. Free. Download the Experian app now. Underneath every service that carries a burning badge, there's always an advancing to the needs. Rise to the challenge with money. It's the Honda Pilot, Passport, and Richmond. 5G just got here. iPhone 12 and iPhone 12 Pro are here with Verizon 5G. That's no iPhone plus Verizon 5G. Game changer. With the coverage of 5G nationwide and in more and more cities. Performance of 5G ultra wideband. The fastest 5G in the world.
I downloaded a whole movie under 30 seconds. How's that possible?
Now, get iPhone 12 on us when you switch. I like this. This is the 5G phone that everyone wants. The 5G America's been waiting for. All on Verizon.
Oh, and never go to the post office again. The most consecutive Pro Bowls to start a career by a defensive lineman. It's an impressive list. Aaron Donald has been selected in his first 6 seasons. That puts him third all-time behind Mean Joe Reed, 8 straight with the Steelers, and the great Merlin Olsen, 14 straight here in LA with the Rams.
Think about that. He's got to go 8 more years against Merlin Olsen. That's crazy.
Alrighty then.
Pretty good job against him tonight. We opened the half with 7.
3rd and 10. 2-minute warning. They got 2 minutes left in the half. 3rd and 10.
The Bears have just 1 timeout remaining.
Bears have 1 timeout.
About 43 of LA.
Still a little warm, but it's okay. Oh, and he's sacked again. Leonard Floyd got him. Lost to 10. Yeah, bro. 4th and 20. Ooh, ooh. Pack a bully. Bro. Yeah, it's gonna be. I mean, this is gonna be a tough game for the Dolphins, bro. Straight up.
Timeouts remaining in a minute 8 left in the half. Coming up on the USA Insurance halftime. Adam Schefter, the very latest on Odell Beckham's season-ending injury.
Oh yeah, Odell Beckham apparently tore his ACL, so that's another major injury, another star that got hurt, and it's another ACL, so they're stacking up, bro. It's crazy.
We talked about Leonard Floyd, and his 5th-year option was not picked up by the Bears. And Brandon Staley was with him 2 years ago in Chicago, and was very excited to get him. They needed somebody opposite of Aaron Donald to put pressure on quarterbacks. You knew you were going to be guaranteed one-on-one matchups, and he took advantage.
Able to complete. It's Cobb to the 15. Rams do get the football to start the second half.
Yeah, Rams get the ball to start the second. That is true. That is true. Incomplete.
Reynolds
3rd and 4.
Deshaun Gibson, strong safety.
So it's going to be 3rd and 4.
Deshaun Gibson. Those are the kind of turnovers that they need, that they're going to have to come up with tonight. They're going to have to make a play and get their offense better starting field position. It's been something that's been hurting them all night long, starting deep in their own territory.
Yeah, that was an ill-advised throw from Jared Goff. No reason to take that risk. It's
What up?
he's thrown 5 interceptions in the last 2 weeks against the Bears.
3rd and 4. They got 44 seconds left on the clock.
On 3rd and 4, running with Falcons.
Oh! Oh!
Into the second level of that defense. Eddie Jackson going down after a gain of 13. And timeout. LA all of a sudden with a pulse here at the end of the half. We'll use one of their timeouts. It's an exciting time to be an LA sports fan. 2 weeks ago, the Lakers won their 17th NBA title, beating the Miami Heat. Dodgers currently lead the Rays 3-2 in the World Series. Game 6 tomorrow. You might be wondering, last time the Rams won a championship as an LA franchise, 1951. They beat the Browns. They're kind of tough for Jared Goff. Grew up a Giants fan. He got that sports day. He can't be a quarterback of the Rams and still root for the Giants. Oh, well. First down and 10. Go to the final half. First off.
All right. Sorry. Oh!
Nearly intercepted. It's Gibson again. Couple of good plays in a row by Gibson.
But he has to finish on these plays. You're going to see him right here. Just
Yeah, why did... I mean, like,
he reads it out perfectly.
he totally should have had that as a fucking pick.
He just tries hard on the take route. Don't slide it down, catch it.
Yeah, what the fuck? Like, I mean, he went for the swat. He didn't even bother with the catch. What the fuck?
Offense needs. This is the kind of complementary football that they need to play in order to help this offense get on track.
Only Richard Sherman and Marcus Peters have 4 interceptions with Gibson dating back to 2012. Here's Goff. They'll throw it away. Sailing over comes in. Jim Hicks had pressure.
He's had interceptions this year. A couple of them have been off of tips. And yeah, you gotta snatch that ball and create a game-changing interception for your team. And again, that's the second ball in this drive that's been wayward from Jared Goff, potentially be intercepted.
Bears still have a timeout as well. Interesting how the Rams will play this 3rd and 10. Set up a draw. Buster screen, the stop, does bring up 4th down. Bears are not going to use that timeout.
Why wouldn't you use the timeout, at least force him to punt the football? You never know what's going to happen. You get a return, get a block, get something. Don't just let it run out.
And the Rams will get the second half kickoff. It's surprising. We're 10-3. Rams at the half. Stay tuned for the USA Insurance halftime. Coming up next.
Get USA insurance for this season, and the veterans that never quit on their team. But being a fan gets tough. Stretching your budget gets even tougher. Our agents put in the time and play hard. So saving a lot of insurance is easy. Because saving a little extra goes a long way.
I wouldn't say that at all. I mean, they've taken a few shots downfield, and they do all right in the downfield passing game. I mean, he's just been off target tonight, though. So far in the first half, Jared Goff has definitely missed on some throws, but he had a couple downfield that he should have hit for sure. He should have hit. But honestly, you know, whatever gets the job done. So yeah, I mean the defense, you know, our defense is going to have their hands full. But it's really, again, the big thing for this game is not so much their offense. Like, they do have plenty of playmakers on offense. I mean, you know, they got Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp, and they got a few different running backs that have different skill sets that can prove, to be a problem. And then Jared Goff, he can use his legs if he needs to, and he's a good quarterback. I mean, he's, like I said, I don't think he's like elite, super elite or anything, but he's a good quarterback. He can make all the throws when he's on his game and stuff like that. So their offense is definitely going to be something to we got to play well. The defense does. However, again, the big issue with the Rams is their defense. Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey and Michael, what is his name? Floyd, whatever, I can't remember his name. They got Brockers. They got a bunch of dudes on that defense that are really good. Yeah, Kenyon Drake's going to be out for a few weeks with an ankle. Deebo Samuel's out. Christian McCaffrey's still out. So many fucking injuries, bro. I mean, there's going to be – there's definitely, going to be some opportunity, but at the same time, I mean, it's just – that's a super tough defense to throw Tua into the fire against. Like, there's just – I don't know. I mean, if you were going to – like, I don't agree with playing him at all this season. I'm 100% on board with him just redshirting the entire year for several reasons. But like one of those is if you're gonna put him in at all, why would you choose this game to do it? Like, I understand the bye is now, although that was not something that you would have been able to expect at the beginning of the year because our bye week was supposed to be week 11, and it got moved up due to all the shuffling of games. But why would you do it now? Like, it just – I mean, I don't know. That shit scares me, bro, because, like, Aaron Donald is a force to be reckoned with, not to mention the other guys that they have on that team. And one wrong hit, and I don't think it's worth it, man. There's no tape. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have any NFL tape, but that won't really matter. I mean, because, in the press conference that Tua did, right after he got named the starter, he even said it himself. He was like, look, some of the stuff that Fitzpatrick does at the line of scrimmage with, changing up plays and, calling shit at the line, and some of the stuff that he does, since he's been in the league for 16 years, he never had to do in college. He said it himself, he just never had to do that stuff in college. So, look, I think it's impossible to think that he has mastered the offense, right? Especially considering he's only taken like 5 snaps on the field in live action in the offense, right? So, and he's also a rookie. But that's not a knock on him, right? It's just how it goes, right? It takes some time to learn the offense and so on. So it's impossible to think that he knows it in its entirety. I don't know if it's true, but I did, and I mentioned it in one of my videos, but there was a quote or whatever from Omar Kelly, and apparently somebody in the locker room had said that, he knows maybe 40% of the offense. I mean, even if he knows 60% of the offense, which is probably as much as he could know at this point, right? So even if he's, 60% through the offense, he doesn't know the entire thing through and through. He's a rookie that's going to be, taking his first legit fucking his first legit start and snaps in the NFL. He's going to have to diagnose the defense. He's going to have to make calls at the line of scrimmage. He's going to have to fucking, shift protections. They're going to disguise things. They're going to send all kinds of looks at him. And then you got to deal with Aaron Donald, Brockers, Floyd, Jalen Ramsey. Like, there is potential for, look, I know he's a really smart kid and all of that. Like, I know he's got a good football IQ and all that stuff, but there is a lot of potential for mistakes, and it won't necessarily even be his fault. Like, some of the individual mistakes might be his fault. Like, we'll just have to wait and see. Maybe he doesn't make any. I doubt it. But, when I say it's not his fault, I just mean it'll be understandable, right? Like, so anybody that thinks he's not going to make rookie mistakes is absolutely ridiculous. Like, again, that is something that is impossible to assume. You can't assume that he has the offense down 100%. You can't assume that he's 100% ready to handle NFL defenses. You can't assume that he's not going to make any rookie mistakes. In fact, you can reasonably assume the opposite of all of those things. And so it's dangerous. It's dangerous, and it scares me because one wrong hit from Aaron Donald or something, and, it could be a major thing. I understand everybody's a rookie at one point in time, but nobody says that you actually have to play your rookies. There's no written law that says you have to play your rookies. You can totally redshirt them. And especially if you think the quarterback position is the most important position, on the team. And especially since your quarterback, the guy that you want to be your franchise guy for the next 10, 15, 20 years, has a considerable injury history. It is undeniable that he's injury prone. And then you add on the extra context of how injury riddled this season is. And we're not even halfway through the year yet. So the Dolphins are going to experience more injuries. Hopefully it's not Tua. Hopefully it's no one. Hopefully they can remain healthy because, frankly, that's going to be one of the keys to them actually having success down the rest of the season, to be one of the healthier teams remaining. But, yeah. You don't have to. There's no law that says you have to start them. Like, you can totally just fucking, like, and all that context, it's playing with fire, man. It's playing with fire, and I just don't get it because, like, I know people want to see him now, and I know that, like, we're 1 game or 1.5 games out of the lead for the division. But I'm telling you, man, everybody's going to have a complete 180 opinion about it if he gets hurt, right? Like, my entire point is, but what if he gets hurt? There's all these factors, right, that I give as reasons why to be concerned about it. I'm like, what if he gets hurt? What if he has a major injury? What if he tears an ACL? What if he, has a injury like Dak Prescott did? What if, whatever, dude. I don't want it to happen, but there is some chance of it. And I would say that there's actually a pretty significant chance of it when you take all of that information into account. And the instant gratification is not worth it for me. Even if we were to go to the playoffs, even if we were to go to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl, I'm sorry, right now, at this particular point in time, if we get there and we get to the Super Bowl and we win the Super Bowl, maybe I will, and, the team stays relatively healthy and Tua in particular stays healthy, plays well, and we get there and we win, then maybe I'll change my opinion a bit, right? And be like, okay, well, look, it's not going to change the fact that I didn't want to take the risk. Nothing is going to change that. The way that my commentary will change is I'll be like, look, I didn't like it. It scared the shit out of me every time he stepped on the field, particularly every time he took a hit. But look, he stayed healthy. The team stayed healthy. They played well. They got to the playoffs. They got to the Super Bowl and they won, right? So, like, I'm going to acknowledge the reality and I'm going to be super pumped about it. But it's not going to change the fact that it's just not worth it to me. Like, because think about the other side, right? So let's say he does have a major injury, and that completely derails his career or whatever, or at least with the Dolphins, right? Like, what if it sets his career back a few years, and then they end up like getting rid of him, trading him or something, or it just ends his career altogether? What if that does happen? What if I end up being, right? Like, I'm not predicting that it's going to happen, so it's kind of weird saying that, but like, what if the risk proves to be too great and Tua does have some sort of massive injury? Like, what if that happens? And then what if because of that, the long-term success that we want from him and from this team doesn't happen because they got their quarterback injured? That's all I'm saying. Oh. Like, my intention is never to be negative, right? Like, I just give you guys the facts, and then my entire purpose is to try and prevent things that I evaluate to be potential, like, major issues, right? So all I do is I give the warning signs. I say, look, this could potentially happen because of these reasons, right? Like, I don't want to be negative. I just want to prevent bad things from happening, right? I just want to prevent bad things from happening.
They have to get something going offensively in order to match some of the tempo and some of the big play making that the Rams have had, because this defense has kept them in the game.
And I mean, again, like I said, I definitely am not like hoping that he gets hurt, right? Like, I don't want anybody to get hurt. I want him to stay healthy, and I do want him to be a superstar for this team. But I worry about it. And because I want him to be here, and I want him to be a superstar for us for a long time, not just, I mean, and think about it like this too. What if it's something like what happened in 2016, right? So 2016, Adam Gase's first season with the Miami Dolphins, he took them and the team went 10-6 and made it to the playoffs. But Ryan Tannehill got hurt. That's the year he had his ACL injury, right? And it's just football. There was nothing anybody could do. He stood tall in the pocket. He delivered the pass. I'm pretty sure it ended up as a touchdown or some, long completion. And then he got, Calais Campbell, his helmet collided with Tannehill's knee. It is what it is, right? And then they ended up losing in the first round of the playoffs to the Steelers and got beat pretty fucking bad, because Tannehill wasn't there and Matt Moore had to play, and then, got the shit knocked out of him in that game, etc. Right? So what if something like that happened, right? So like, what if against the Rams, he goes out and shocks the world, right? And they have a great game and they beat the Rams and they go to 4-3 and let's say they go on a fucking run, right, and win the next 4 games after that. And so now all of a sudden they're 8-3, right? Boom, 8-3, dead fucking in the mix for the playoffs, blah, 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 blah. What's that? That's 11 games in. Let's say they even get a little further. Let's say they get to 9-4, right? 9-4, another 2 games, 13 games in. And then what if, he gets an injury? And then, their playoff run ends up getting either, they don't make the playoffs or it gets cut short because, Fitzpatrick is a good quarterback, but he's Fitzpatrick, right? We know what he is. So what if something like that were to happen? Disaster, right? Like, I just don't want any of those things to happen. I would just rather leave Fitzpatrick in there, man.
Just watch Akeem Hicks right here, though. Just watch the disruptive ability of this big man. It just takes an inside charge. He's got to pull off there. Then for Jalen Johnson, you see him playing Cooper Cup outside leverage, perfect position. Now just break on the football. Don't put your hands out and grab it. You have to play. You have to down one. Those are the kind of things that Matt Nagy has to get cleared up for his defense, get cleaned up for his team overall. Because they had him backed up, and now they let him off the hook. First down and 10. 315 yards. That's a 4 completion to Cooper Cup. And that'll go for a big loss. Roy Robertson Harris said, I don't think so. Loss of 5 on the play. We talk a lot about Akeem Hicks. We talk a lot about Khalil Mack. I really like Roy Robertson Harris. Here he is right here. Nobody talks about him, but all he does is go out and plays with all-out effort. And that time, great recognition. That's one way to slow down that fly sweep. Get some penetration. Robertson Harris said he's trying to emulate Akeem.
Yeah, I don't. It's look, bro. I don't care if he's 100% healthy. Like, that's the thing. I just don't care, right? I literally don't care. I don't care what the medical reports say. I don't care how he looks. I don't care. It's irrelevant to me. I just don't want to take the risk. And because it's not even just that. Like, part of my philosophy is I would never take a quarterback in rounds 1 or 2, but I would take a quarterback every year in rounds 3 or later. Additionally, okay, the quarterbacks, any rookie quarterback I have would always redshirt their first year because I want them to get adjusted to the NFL, because I want them to get used to the speed of, the game. Like, I mean, obviously there was no preseason this year, so it is obviously a little bit different with COVID and no preseason games, but you get them a little bit of game time in the preseason, and then you let them sit on the sideline and watch the veteran do it over the course of a full year. You let them get a year's worth of practices. That's a year's worth of time to make sure that they hammer down the fucking offense or defense, whichever side of the ball the player's on. And then they can come out in year 2. And I mean, look, dude, it's just, I can't go through all the fucking history of the NFL, but there is substantial evidence to show that, one, it doesn't hurt anybody at all to fucking redshirt your guys, but it actually can be quite good for them and actually really help their development. Also, there is a ton of evidence that shows when you take a quarterback and you throw them into the fire, a lot of the time they will fail. And it's not necessarily because the guy's a bad, player, but it's because you threw the dude into the fucking fire and he wasn't really necessarily ready for it, right? So, I read that article. The other day, did a video or whatever, and the dude in the article was like, and if you watched him playing in college or whatever, something to this effect, then you just know that he's ready. How do you know that? You don't know that, dude. Like, that is literally impossible. You can say, I think he's ready. I believe that he's ready. But how many players, not just quarterbacks, but how many players are by experts said to be, a clean transition to the NFL, and they're just super ready to come in and play immediately. And then they go in and play immediately. And, there's a range of, results, but either, completely suck and end up being busts, or, just struggle and have a down rookie year or whatever, right? Like, that shit happens all the time. It's none of it makes any fucking sense to me, man. Like, none of it makes, you got to have some fucking kind of balance, bro. Like, why do people feel the need to go full steam ahead to extremes all the time? Like, just relax, bro. You do not need to put him in the game right away.
Not at Capital. You can
open a checking account.
And yeah, obviously he can get hurt next year. That's part of the reason, though, why I wouldn't have taken Tua to begin with, because I do not like his injury history. That's going to be a concern for me for his entire career. So that's part of the reason why I wouldn't have taken it. But he's only a year out from his surgery. Look, dude, especially injuries that involve bone, the longer you go, the stronger it is, right? So, yeah, I mean, I get it. He's, good and running around smooth right now, but that's not to say he's not going to get injured again and immediately or, whatever. And I want more time. Look, it's multiple different things, right? So it's the injury problems and the injury concern. It's also because I just want him to have a year to adjust into the NFL, to learn the playbook. It's all those different things. And then the added context of, how this season is playing out with COVID and with the injuries, across the entire league. It's all of the data in my evaluation, right? Yeah, but Breeze is different, bro. Like, it's different. First of all, Breeze had a shoulder injury, okay, which can be career-ending. Not always, right? But it can be career-ending. But he has not proven to be injury-prone, really. He's had a couple injuries, but for the most part, he's been exceptionally or, pretty damn healthy, right? We don't know if that's going to be the case with Tua. We don't know. But you increase the probability of him getting hurt if you put him in this year under the current circumstances, current situation, and the current context with the fact that he's only a year away from his injury, et cetera, et cetera. Look, man, I mean, we can go, back and forth, on it all day, right? Like, at the end of the day, I'm not comfortable with the situation, but I don't have a say in it, right? Like, I make my videos, everybody hates me for it because they don't like my opinion, and it doesn't make a difference in the world, right? It's not going to stop them from playing Tua. He's going to be out on the field. So it is what it is, right? And one way or another, we're going to see what happens. We're going to get to the end of the year, and the record is going to be whatever their record is. Either it's good or it's bad, or it's somewhere in between. Either Tua's going to get hurt or he's not. Either the Dolphins are going to start stacking up injuries or they're not, right? Like, we'll find all this stuff out over time. It's not going to change the fact, though, no matter what happens, again, even if we got to the Super Bowl and won it, it still would not change my opinion that I do not feel comfortable taking that risk this season. So we'll see how it plays out. Like I said, I mean, it's going to be a tough game against the Rams next week. And look, I'm not really sure that our defense is as good as. Well, I mean, it depends. I think maybe our secondary might be better than the Bears secondary, but the Bears defensive line, I think, is probably better than ours. And as far as I'm concerned, that's more important because everything starts in the trenches. And it's the pass rush that really gets, the errant throws that cause interceptions and stuff like that. Or, deflected passes and stuff. Look, yeah, I mean, I'm both excited and really nervous for the game on Sunday. Because, look, I mean, I guess it must be nice for everybody who's going to watch that game and not, like, be on the edge of their seat and, concerned every time the dude takes a hit. So, you know, it must be nice. But I am going to be, you know, I mean, I'm not going to be like freaking out, obviously, like unless he takes like a really nasty hit and he's like slow to get up or something. Then, you know, I might react a little bit more. But I'm going to be, you know, I'm going to be concerned about it. I'm going to be, you know, I'm going to have an eye on it. If he gets hit, I'm going to be scrutinizing. Because I am going to be concerned. And I'm going to be concerned for the entire season, for the rest of the year. Every snap that he takes, every hit that he takes, is going to cause me a little bit of stress.
iPhone 12 and iPhone 12 Pro are here on Verizon 5G. This new iPhone plus Verizon 5G. Game changer with the coverage of 5G nationwide and in more cities. Performance 5G ultra wide, the fastest 5G in the world.
Oh shit, that's what that was. I totally forgot that I just connected. That I just connected my phone to my computer. Yo, motherfucking people better buckle up, bro. The next couple months are gonna get really crazy in this country.
Over here from only 2 offensive linemen. It's a great design by Brandon Staley. And look, when he has to throw the ball, they haven't even come out of the break at the top of the screen. So a great design. And everybody in Chicago, I'm sure, listen, I remember playing in Chicago. Everybody in Chicago's like, how could Nick Foles miss a guy that wide open? Well, that's how. You got a great design and a rush on a quarterback. And look, he's been dealing with that. All 4 of his starts now.
All right, Rams back on the field, starting at their own 45, or at their own 45, 1st and 10. Got about 5.
Aaron Donald, right? He doesn't just make the sacks, he makes plays for other guys, and that was a great example. You have to slide your line to him and then bring the pressure away.
Bro, it's going to be such a tough game on Sunday.
That's why these 2 guys are doing the highest paid players in the NFL. They know every single game they come into, the offensive line is going to double them. They're going to slide to them, right? So it's an advantage for the greater defense because
2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 from midfield. Ocean Woods.
Play action. And nope. I mean, see, look, he pushed it downfield, but he's been off tonight on his downfield passing.
But you draw and earn so much attention that there got to be some guys running free. He's helping out his other teammates get paid. And when you have a guy like a Key Mix on the inside, it just makes it even worse because you don't want to leave a Key Mix one. I can promise you, this has already been showing up tonight. They just need to come up with a turnover here. See if they can get their offense and keep their starting groups.
Yeah, I mean, this game obviously is, you know, primarily defense. Ooh, almost jumped there. Doesn't matter. Boom. Didn't matter if he felt the backside pressure or not. He slung it and got it complete for a nice gain. That was a pretty tight window. Ooh. Whatevs. He could have thrown that better, but whatevs.
inventory and more creativity when the Rams offense than you do the Bears offense.
Second and
That's why
4.
they had success moving the ball and are winning this game.
They're almost into. They are in the red zone. They're at the 13-yard line. Fresh set of downs. Bears have an injury.
He came from the second level and he was trying to blitz and he tried to jump and block that pass and came down awkward. That's a guy that they cannot afford to lose.
Eddie Jackson. Injury to Eddie Jackson.
Jackson has complained about not being challenged by opposing offenses.
Ooh, looked like a
Non-contact.
non-contact knee injury.
That left knee. Right back.
Ooh. Hopefully he didn't just tear his ACL, adding another one to the list. I mean, this is so ridiculous, bro. Like, but it just, with every injury that happens, it just proves even more that the NFL does not fucking care. They just don't care, bro. Like, I'm telling you, by the end of the season, there's going to have to be some sort of fucking record set for the amount of injuries in a season because people, like, these players are just dropping like fucking flies, man. This shit is bad. And pretty severe injuries, too. Like, fucking a ton of ACLs, Dak Prescott's nasty-ass injury. Biceps being torn and shit, pecs being torn, a bunch of groin injuries, so many hamstrings. And that's the thing, though, too, right? Soft tissue injuries, right? The NFL was like, yeah, we know it's going to happen because we don't have a proper offseason and they're not going to be in football shape. But, you know, we don't want to lose $16 billion, so who cares? We'll just, you know, keep cycling in fresh bodies as long as we possibly can so that way we can keep reaping all of the fucking revenue that comes along with these broadcasts and so on and so forth. I mean, frankly, dude, if I'm keeping it real, like, I wouldn't be watching at all if it wasn't for the fact that, you know, I've been doing my channel for a couple years now. I don't have many people that watch, but I do owe them the content. There's that. Also, it is a good way for me to kind of like vent my own frustrations with things. So it helps me in that way. It's a good project, helps keep me busy, you know, and helps keep my mind focused on things during all this bullshit. So it does a lot of good for me, even though it's supporting a fucking greedy ass fucking group of people.
He's already out of the tent, back out there, ready to get back in this game. And Deion Bush will be out there.
So it looks like Eddie Jackson is all right. They said he's already out of the tent and stuff. First and 10 from the 13. Oi! Slipping through tackles. Jesus. Oh. Oh my God. Wow. They just kept pushing the pile and they didn't call anything. They got down to like the 1 yard line. And then there's a flag for something. Jesus Christ. An unsportsmanlike conduct on the defense after the play. Half the distance to the goal, but they were already at the 1 yard line with that fucking effort play. Jesus. Jesus Christ, bro. Well, at the 1 yard line, it looks like. And that was a pretty easy touchdown. There it is, 16-3 now.
That's just tough downhill running. This is what Sean wanted to do to this defense. He didn't want to
Yeah, bro.
He knew that he could have been
This is going to be a tough team to play, man. It's not going to be an easy game. I don't know, man, and it's so hard. It's so hard to fucking predict, but
this team got punched in the mouth a week ago by the San Francisco 49ers.
I think they're gonna beat us.
Last week, it was the 49ers, and Aaron Donald said we were soft. That was not a soft drive. Extra point.
I think, yeah. I mean, it is possible that it's a close game at the end of it, but I'm pretty sure the Rams are gonna come away with the W. What's going on, man? Look at that fucking effort, bro. And they didn't fucking blow the whistle. They just let him keep pushing. Man. All right, 17-3 Rams.
Right, that's right up there with this thing you want to do it quick, right? You don't throw those words around loosely. And for a tough guy like Aaron Donald to say he and his teammates were soft on Sunday night, they definitely were looking forward to another opportunity in prime time on Monday night.
I am a Dolphins fan. I am indeed.
All he talks about is wanting to be the best of all time. He doesn't want to be all pro. He doesn't want to win Defensive Player of the Year awards. He wants to win and be considered one of the best of all time. And he knew that performance that that defense put on tape last
I assume you're a Ravens fan?
17-3 Rams.
No. I'm not from Miami. I live in California right now, but I've never lived in Florida. So we're down to 8 minutes in the third, 17-3 Rams lead.
Aaron Donald, you see the penetration, how quick he's just able to get off the line of scrimmage and affect the pocket here. Just stands up play with one hand, comes off and makes the tackle. London was a three technique outside to the guard. Here you see he works from the three technique, works inside to the center. Also facing the center, gets in on the sack. There's nothing.
Yeah, I've lived out here for a while, and I've lived all over the place, but not in Florida. One of my best friends growing up was a Dolphins fan, and he got me into the Dolphins when I first started watching football. That's how it started.
These were the marquee when we opened the broadcast, and maybe the most impactful play that Aaron Donald made isn't a stat at all, but it was the fact that he took the offensive line and the pressure that allowed their defense to get to Nick Foles before he was able
2nd and 2 for the Bears. Pick that up.
first down yardage and get out to the 34.
At some point on one of these first downs that they're able to earn here. Chicago's going to have
Ain't really been no turnovers, man. I want to see a turnover. Or let's just see something exciting. Let's see a big play of some kind. Who's the offense or whatever?
Foles patient in there. It's Jimmy Graham approaching midfield, pick up a 15 and roll with him by Chicago. Yeah, Lewis mentions throwing the ball down the field. We keep coming back to the same problem. Whenever you say to do that, right, is you have to protect. Right? You have to protect. And the Bears, offensive line can't protect long enough for Nick Foles to stand back there, take 2 inches, and throw a ball deep downfield.
That's cool. I mean, you don't have to be I assume you live in like Seattle or somewhere in that general area. You don't have to be a fan of the city you live in or whatever. Like, you are free to choose as a fan what team you want to root for. My big thing is, you live in Vancouver? I see. My big thing is, when you decide to choose a team, just stick with the team, right? Like, no matter what it is, through thick or thin.
Robinson. Not that time. The flag comes in. Darius Williams, the
Yeah, bro. If they call this pass interference, no. See, that's such a dumb fucking part of that rule, bro. Nah. Nah, that's a terrible fucking call, dude. I hate the way that they've structured the rule book in the NFL now. Canucks fan, so I do like one of our teams. That's hockey, right? I don't watch hockey. Pretty sure that's hockey, though, right? But hockey's big in Canada, so, right? Isn't it? Yeah, I mean, like, I root for other teams. Like, you know, I think you were in my stream yesterday, right? Like, you popped in for a minute or whatever. The Titans Steelers game. You know, my sister's a Steelers fan, so like whenever the Dolphins don't play them, I'll usually root for the Steelers. I'm a big Tannehill fan, so I root for the Titans and Tannehill when we're not playing them. One of my best friends is a Texans fan, so if we don't play them, intercepted in the end zone. Rams just picked it off. Yeah, so I root for other teams when I don't play them or when we don't play them. Obviously, no matter what, if it's a Dolphins game, I root for the Dolphins, but otherwise I do have teams that I'll root for. Nice. But there you go. There was a turnover. Our Flames fans, so I root for them when we're not playing. Yeah. Yeah, see? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, and like, you know, like football's really the only sport that I like follow closely and watch, you know, regularly and stuff, or really at all. But like I'm a basketball fan. I like basketball. And I'm a Lakers fan for that. And baseball, I'm technically like a Yankees fan because I was born in upstate New York. And most of my family are Yankees fans. But I'm also kind of a Dodgers fan, sort of. But I don't really watch baseball, so like, yeah, whatever on that. But like, you know, my sports teams are all over the place. My football team is from Florida. My basketball team is from California, and my baseball team is from New York.
This is the new iPhone 12 Pro with 5G, and it's on AT&T,
Yeah.
the fastest nationwide 5G network.
So yeah, I'm all over the place. But that's kind of how my life has just been. Like, I've lived all over the place too. Like I was born in upstate New York. I was born in Syracuse, and I've lived in New York before, but not in Syracuse. I lived there for about a year when I was born, until I was about 1, and then my family moved. But I lived in a small town called Oneonta in New York as well for about a year and a half, from 17 to 18. I've lived in Pennsylvania. I've lived in Indiana for a few months. I was in Chicago. I lived in Chicago for a few months for boot camp because I was in the Navy. I lived in Connecticut for about a year for submarine school. I've lived in California, which I currently live. I've lived all over the place. Yeah. Yeah, I've done a lot of moving around and stuff a lot in my life. It's been difficult for me to like settle anywhere for a number of reasons. All right, Rams back at it. 2nd and 6. Oh. It's another first down, so they're moving down the field. They're up to their own 34-yard line. 17-3 still.
Went out to practice on Saturday, and Troy Hill wasn't out there, and I was asking
4:15 left on the clock.
Here's Cobb.
Ooh,
Looking to go down flat there, Reese. You would know Gerald a little behind Gerald and Everett.
2nd and 10. That was an incomplete pass on first down.
It's a big part of this Rams offense, the down flat. What that means is you got a receiver or a tight end who's going to block down on the end of the line of scrimmage, and after he seals the edge for the quarterback coming out on the keeper, then he releases into the flat. And it's normally the third or fourth receiver in the progression for Sean McVay and Jared Goff.
Common knowledge, of course. Everybody knew that.
Everybody knew that.
Second down and 10. Just got it away. Here's Woods.
Oh! Oh!
Good job by Robert Woods. Gain of 26.
You see what happens.
That was a 26-yard gain. Yeah, man, this is going to be a tough team. These Rams are going to be a tough game for us on Sunday. That's the primary reason I'm watching the game tonight. I'm trying to do a scouting report on the Rams for us on Sunday. I mean, I was going to watch this game at some point anyway because, I was going to want to do the scouting report, but I figured, I might as well watch it live and do a live stream. Also, I told everybody that I would, so yeah, I like to do things that I say I'm going to do. I try anyway. But let's see, it's 2nd and 2. That's a first down. Man, that was a hard run. Football's fun. Yeah, I like it. I just wish it wasn't being played in the middle of a pandemic. But other than that, yeah, I love it. I mean, football is definitely my favorite sport. It's always been my favorite sport. I never played in high school or college or even for Pee-wee or anything like that. I mean, the Rams are just moving this ball pretty fucking easy at this point. This Bears defense appears to be getting worn out. Well, it looks like one of the Rams running backs is a little slow to get up, though. But yeah, football is my sport. I used to play a lot of backyard football. I used to play a lot of football with my friends in my neighborhood and shit, or just other kids and stuff in the neighborhood. We used to play every day, for real every day. It didn't matter. We would come home from school, we'd all fucking throw our shit down, and we would go out to the field and we'd play football. We'd go gather everybody up and we'd play. Rain, sun. It didn't snow very much where I grew up. I grew up in Virginia. How did I forget to mention living in Virginia? Jesus Christ. That's where I spent most of my childhood. I've also lived in Virginia. But anyway, yeah, so we would always play. All those hockey memories when I was at Rogers Arena in Saddledome. Nice. Don't be telling me my shit's behind, bro. My stream's usually a play or two behind. Such as it is. Such as it is.
And I think that's why his offense is always on the cutting edge.
On this show, on this page, Don Shula and John Mack, they're ahead of your time as well. He inherited some
Damn, they got 150 rush yards. Yep. There it is. Now I see it. There's the touchdown. 23 pending the extra point. Yeah. No, I'm telling you, man, the Dolphins are going to have a tough time with this Rams team on Sunday. And honestly, I mean, this season has been so like crazy and so fucked that it's super hard to evaluate. But I mean, my take on it, my evaluation is that the Rams are likely going to win the game. But we might keep it close, so we'll see. Still play hockey, played when I grew up all the time. Yeah, I wish I could still I'd love to play football with people or whatever. But one, there's a pandemic, so that makes it difficult. But also, I don't have any friends. So, kind of need friends to play, a team sport and stuff. So, also, such is life, I guess.
We do the carrying out for you, contact free, while you conveniently stay in your car. Just pull up at the store, check in online, and we bring your food to you. Try Domino's Carside Delivery next time you carry out 3-topping pizzas.
Oh boy. Nice. I mean, y'all playing right now? I don't know how things are going with the COVID in Canada. Although I do keep track of the COVID numbers actually pretty close, and I have 20 right now. There's 22 countries or something like that. I think it's 22. 22 countries that I have in my Twitter thread that I do every day tracking COVID. And I know Canada's not in that list. So I know you guys have less than 326,000 total cases. So obviously you guys are doing a lot better than we are, considering we're getting close to 9 million. Yeah, well, I mean, Trudeau has his, issues just like every other world leader in this fucking goddamn godforsaken place that we call Earth. But he's definitely also a lot better than a lot of, places. Certainly fucking here in the States. Neither of the fucking candidates we have for the presidency right now are good candidates. They both fucking suck. America's going to have a really bumpy ride the next few months, though. Things are going to get really out of control. Yeah, I mean, he's a fucking politician, but he's definitely, like I said, he's definitely, better. I mean, if you want to talk about it kind of in football terms, he's definitely in the top half, of world leaders. I'd say probably even in the top third, maybe even in the top quarter, right? So he's definitely one of the better leaders when you compare him next to Donald Trump or Kim Jong-un or, Mohammed bin Salman or Modi or, fucking who else? Get people with Trump in Canada. I mean, I guess. I know other people are super involved in other countries. Other countries are super involved in American politics, especially considering the fact that we affect absolutely everything in the world. But yeah, I don't know why anybody would care about the election so much to have or in such a way, not necessarily care about it, but I don't know why they would want to have a sign. They can't vote, but I guess.
offensive line still trying to figure out the running game. And if we said their biggest
Canadian.
weapon on
I
offense
mean,
is Allen Robinson, they've only targeted him twice.
I don't know. Rams, you're a Rams fan. What's going on, Swoozy? Rams fan. Yeah, the game's going well for you guys. It's 24-3 right now, and the Bears are a good team. I mean, they're 5-1, obviously, going into this game. It looks like the Rams are going to win, barring some kind of miraculous turnaround for this for the Bears team. That was a beautiful catch for the fucking Bears. That Bears receiver. It looks like he was a little short though. Or could not hang on to it. Incomplete. It looked incomplete to me. Looked complete. Yeah, how is that not a catch? That's totally a catch, bro. I don't give a fuck if it is one-handed all the way or not. Yeah, that's totally a catch. That motherfucker hella caught that. That was a beautiful one-handed catch. Anyway, Rams are definitely going to win this game. But yeah, the Bears are a tough team. The primary reason I'm watching this game is because of the game against us on Sunday. I mean, I just said a minute ago, my biggest concern is the Rams defense, especially because they decided to put our rookie quarterback, who has a pretty lengthy injury history, into the game. And this is his first start. I am not comfortable with Tua having to go up against Aaron Donald and Brockers and Floyd and Jalen Ramsey. That scares me. I'm going to be sitting on the edge of my seat the entire game, frightened that our franchise quarterback is going to get fucking murdered, metaphorically speaking, right? So, it scares the shit out of me, our offense going up against the Rams defense. I think that, if our defense plays well, we might be able to match up against your offense, at least for a little while, at least maybe in the first half, until they start getting, worn out, and then you guys might be able to fucking open it up. Or there's always a possibility you guys just destroy us too. The Rams are, a pretty well-rounded team, and you guys, from what I can tell, have not had to deal with too many injuries. So it seems, that the Rams are also one of the healthier teams in the league at this point, and the Dolphins are as well. So, we'll see how it plays out. There is, and then of course, when you add in the rest of the context for the entire league and how crazy it's been this season, anything could happen. It could be a complete blowout, or it could be close. I don't think there's any chance that the Dolphins blow out the Rams. I just don't think so. You guys are too good of a team. And I'm unless you guys have a complete breakdown, across your entire roster and start getting a bunch of injuries or something, barring some craziness like that, if there's going to be a blowout, I'm pretty sure it would be the Rams blowing out the Dolphins. But it could be close too. I mean, look, they just got a nice fourth down stop. This Rams defense, bro, is going to be tough. And they scare me, bro. For real. But yeah, I think the Rams are going to win. I mean, Tua's going to have some mistakes. He's going to make some mistakes. And I know the Rams defense is going to be coming at him. So he's going to get hit. He's going to they'll probably get at least a couple sacks on him. They're going to make it tough for him. So that's my biggest worry. Yeah, but I do think you guys are going to win. So it looks like you guys are going to move to 5-2 after this game. The Bears are obviously going to drop to 5-2. And honestly, my expectation is that you guys should win the game on Sunday. It is also a short week for you guys, though, by a day. And you do have to travel from LA to Florida. And, if it's hot out there, then fatigue could play a role. So maybe that could be an advantage for us. I don't know. We'll see. But that's something to think about as well. But yeah, I mean, I think overall, I expect the Rams to win this game. Because also, I don't believe that the Dolphins are as good as what they seem like, and what everybody's making them out to be. I mean, the Patriots are actually kind of starting to fall apart at this point, but because of various reasons, including a bunch of injuries lately. They've been affected by COVID and had guys sit out. Cam Newton played like trash in their last game. And then obviously they had a ton of COVID opt-outs to start the season. But the Dolphins haven't played a single team this season that hasn't had significant injuries. I mean, the Jets and the 49ers, for example, were absolutely decimated by injuries. And that's one extreme. But even, the teams that were less injured, like let's say the Jaguars, I mean, they were still missing DJ Chark for that game. I can't remember who, but they were missing, I want to say KJ Wright wasn't in that game, or somebody. They were missing one or two pretty key defensive players as well. But, every single team the Dolphins have played has kind of made their offense look good because their defenses were, massively injured. Like against the Bills, we lost that game, but we moved the ball pretty effectively on offense overall, because we were able to attack the middle of the field because Tremaine Edmonds and Matt Milano were injured. They're two of their top linebackers that absolutely would have cut down on the level of production that we had, up the seam and through the middle. So, this is going to be the first time that the Dolphins actually are going to be playing a good team that's relatively healthy, at least compared to the rest of the league, and has a really good defense, a good defensive line, a great defensive line, an amazing defensive line, and a pretty stout secondary and middle of the defense or whatever, linebackers and shit. So I don't think it makes any sense to put Tua in. Like, I'm personally against having him play at all this season, but putting him in for this game just seems absurd, absolutely absurd, because of the opponent that they're about to play and shit, and also because Fitzpatrick is playing pretty solid. And then you throw in Tua's injury history. It just scares me, bro. It just scares me. So we'll see. I mean, we're 6 days away from it, right? So it's going to be a quick turnaround for the Rams. The Dolphins are on their bye week this week. That's another thing, too. So the Dolphins are on their bye week. They get an extra week of rest and shit like that. So, let's see if stuff like that ends up playing a factor, whether or not, we'll see if stuff like that plays a factor. But my guess is that the Rams are going to come away with a W. Second and 14, and the Rams just picked up like 13 or like 9. Third and pretty short. Yeah, these Bears defenders look like they're getting kind of tired. We are in. It's 3rd and 5. And the Rams are almost into they're in field goal range. They're almost into the red zone again.
ask you guys this: 24-3. Khalil Mack is dealing with a sore back. At some point in this fourth quarter, there he goes. I'll head off on fourth down, but at some point, maybe you cut him a break and think about the next game, the future of the schedule. I think you want to take it easy on Khalil Mack in a 24-3 league.
He's as valuable to this team.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of like a give-up kind of thing if you're going to not – but, oh, that field goal attempt was missed because it got batted. No good.
He goes 6-5. A rare start tonight for Chicago. And it comes on special teams.
Yeah, but it's 24-3. I mean, the Bears have a lot of work to do if they were going to come back. There is still pretty much the entire fourth quarter, but
These days, it's recommended that you keep your social circle.
yeah.
Of course, as the original light beer, we've always recommended that. It's
No, in the basement. Why can't we just get in the running car?
you crazy. Let's head behind the chainsaws.
If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico. It's what you do.
Okay, my lucky friend. Should I trade him or keep him? That's what I thought. Psst. Hey, Pete. You could use IBM Watson and the ESPN mix here. Tiny Larry Fitzgerald. He helps you find your best trades by analyzing millions of football sources with AI on the IBM cloud. No luck required. That's right, man. You don't need luck. You just need IBM Watson. Experian Boost has helped millions of people. How can it help you? Whoa! 36 points. Experian Boost helped you lower your payment by $63 a month. Boost your credit scores instant, free, only at Experian.com/boost. Saturday Night Football.
Oh, boy.
You can just feel the energy, the excitement, the intensity of this rivalry.
This is what college football's all about.
High stakes collision in the Big Ten.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Today we'll talk to you from New Jersey. Daniel Jones, the Giants.
Oh, the Giants and fucking Bucks next Monday. The Bucks should win that game.
Brady and Gronk got back in sync. Did a number on the Raiders yesterday, and they'll be ready to go in New Jersey next Monday night. TV 12. I'm on a different method.
First and 10. Deep shot for the Bears. Oh, big play. I mean, it's 12 and a half minutes left in the game. They still got a long way to go. But that's a good start. They're down to the 20-yard line now. So they're in the red zone on that one play.
To the LA 20-yard line. Early stages, fourth quarter.
Goodness.
Tolles to Montgomery.
And this next play got about 2 yards, maybe 3.
Robinson out here, you see once he gets down the field, I don't even know if he knew the ball was keep coming to him because you see me, it looks like he falls up. He's gonna run it. Inside release. Kind of takes his eyes off the line of the ball, then picks it up late again.
2nd and 7.
Someone who they count on to win 50-50.
Inside the 20 of the Rams.
2nd and 7, Montgomery.
There's a run. Gets close to the first down, but just a little short.
Well, they tried, right? Remember they tried.
11 and a half minutes.
And they weren't able to connect.
3rd and 1.
Trying to double move with Mooney on the outside. Weren't
Oh,
able
Rams have a player down.
So they've tried a couple of times, and that's the first time they've had any luck.
So this is the first Rams injury that I've seen.
Big plays tonight.
Yeah, he's
Terrell Burgess their rookie, one of their rookies.
They're playing without Jordan Fuller, who is their starting safety. He's got a shoulder. Taylor Rapp was playing for him, and now Terrell Burgess, the rookie.
So Ray,
Caught underneath here. This looks like
ooh, he just got bent kind of weird. Hopefully he's all right.
See that right there.
His leg got bent kind of strange. Hopefully it's nothing severe. Hopefully he can just come off for a play or two or whatever and rest, or even just the rest of the game straight up. Like, just rest, bro, rest.
To play this NFL season, it takes the entire NFL family doing their part to protect us. As the situation with COVID-19 evolves, so do our
Bullshit. So the Rams rookie safety is dealing with an injury. These fucking injuries, man. These fucking injuries.
You can get 2 months free.
Exclusively on ESPN Plus, and Boomer is bringing you nicknames like don't miss all the highlights. Every week on any device. Commercial free. NFL Prime Time is back every Sunday at 7:30 only on ESPN Plus.
So Terrell Burgess about to be carted off the field. Rookie out of Utah. Rams picking him up in the 3rd round of the draft. Certainly high hopes for that young man. He's a standout player in the Pac-12.
What up,
With Montgomery. He's got the first down, pick up the 4. And Chicago needs some urgency here.
All right, 1st and goal. They got 11 minutes left to play.
It's important that they develop some big plays here in the red zone, an area that they have struggled in. They need to be creative as far as getting their playmakers some one-on-ones and getting them in some good positions to where they're not being doubled, whether it's by use of motion or formation. Maybe get Jimmy Graham free. Yeah, who's lined up on Graham?
Here we go, 1st and goal.
Jimmy Graham trying to get the corner. Kenny Young got him out of the 5-yard line. This is that area on the field where Foles had let him all the way down from the interception off the intended wall. Well, if it's me, I'm going to extend Jimmy Graham in the formation. Make sure he's got space out there so that the quarterback can diagnose who's covering him. Is it man? Is it zone? And do I like the matchup? If I like the man,
10 minutes left to play.
Rams on the field and put him on one-on-one. Well, they know they've got one-on-one. He said that's Jalen Ramsey out there.
Handoff, Montgomery, little spin. Back to the left. Donald there first.
And the tail he moved from going to just let him do that time. Formation. 199. That's not a good play call.
Where's the little fucking thinking face? Oh, there he is.
Gates, Gonzalez, Gronk, and Graham. See if they go his way. Foles throwing. Trying to sneak it in there. Anthony
Telling you, man. Bruh. People better buckle up, bro. America is really about to fall the fuck apart. This shit about to get crazy.
Darius Webbs, who's been called for pass interference already in this game, perfect timing.
Fourth and goal
at the Rams 4.
at the Rams 4-yard line. Fourth and goal. Oh, Foles got sacked. Bruh.
Justin Hollins ends that series. Lost 7 on the play.
Oh, Lord, have mercy. That's going to be a really, really fucking tough game.
You're going to see Jimmy Graham right here coming across the formation. The longer this play develops, the longer it takes to develop, the more Nick Foles is going to run into trouble.
You see Aaron Donald come up. He's running away from Donald and runs right into Justin Hollins. Again, we talk about the stats from Aaron Donald, how many sacks.
Here we go. It's a turnover. The Rams now have the ball again. They're deep in their own territory, but
They tried to double team him right there. He just split it.
they don't really got to do much of nothing to win this one.
Just 2 red zone trips tonight. They end with an interception and drag it over there on downs. Henderson and get the corner for LA. Quan Smith stopped Chicago.
I'll tell you what, though, that play calling sequence down there in Raiders is something. Look, that just seemed too easy. It seemed too easy to defend the kind of things that they were putting out there on the football field. Yeah, come up with something a little bit better for Jimmy Graham down there. A little bit of a one-on-one type of situation where maybe he has get him away from Jalen Ramsey, be creative with the formations. How you put him out there, maybe use a little bit of motion with him to get him one-on-one.
Do 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 beep 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 boo.
Expanded him, and when they played man, they had Ramsey on. And then when Darius Williams went out there, they played zone. So you can't throw a fade in a zone defense with an outside corner. So give credit to the Rams. They
Oi.
how they should play.
So third down for the Rams, but it's going to be third and relatively short, like 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4, yeah. 8 minutes left to go. I mean, they're pretty much just going to, they're trying to just run the clock out right now.
The result, though, is Denver scored a touchdown here tonight. The questions are going to be made about this offense going forward.
Well, talk about the scheme, and play calling, and all that. Some of it has to do with personnel too.
Sure.
And just the reality is that the Bears don't have as much talent on the offensive side as some of the defenses they're going against. And tonight's a great example. Woods.
Oh! That was a fumble, scoop and score by the Bears, but there's a flag. Defensive touchdown for Chicago. It was a penalty on the offense. I mean, 7.5 minutes, so it might be a little too late, but
As far as taking the tight end, you can see him right here, just driving him back.
that was a good play by the Bears defense.
That's called knockback. That's called resetting the line of scrimmage. Eddie Jackson there for the scoop and score. Well, finally, Eddie Jackson gets a turnover return for a touchdown. He's had a couple this season called back, and finally he's able to get that ball up and score. And now the Bears, as you said, Levy.
All right, so 24-9. I'm assuming they're going to go for – what are they doing? Extra point or just – yep, they're going for the extra point.
You're right. He should have 2 more. He had 2 pick sixes this season called back because of penalties. Santos extra point.
Okay, so that's good. 24-10. They're still down by 2 scores, so with 7.5 to go, and they're about to kick it off. I assume they're going to kick it off to the Rams, but damn.
Best records in the NFC, and the Bears were defending that 5-1 record all week. Coach Nagy said in his press conference on Monday, he mentioned their record 6 times in 17 minutes. He's trying to make a point. Hey, everybody, right? We're 5-1.
He was being raked over the coals like they were 1-5.
Yeah, well, now you're going to be 5-2.
I think everybody understood that this offense is not a 5-1 offense, and we've seen tonight they've struggled. We came into this game knowing that we were going to find out something about these Bears, and right now they're being outplayed by the Rams. They're not a 1-5 team; they are a 5-1 team, and they need to improve on the offensive side if they're going to compete in the NFC North. Well, they know where their chips are stacked. They know where they're strongest. The defense has to come up with big plays like they did right here. Tayshaun Gibson has to catch those interception opportunities. And when they have those big play opportunities to strike down the field, they have to make them. Their margin for error is slim. They know it. It's not going to change. You can't fundamentally really significantly change a football team in the middle of the season. So this is what they have to do.
Touchback, bring it out to the 25-yard line.
Yep. Rams back out to the 25.
We're in a 2-touchdown game, and you're right. The margin of error is so slim because of their woes on offense. But this one was smart. They were looking for. They kind of figured they had a deep score to stay in this game.
Look, they are the very definition of having to win by playing out in every sense of the word. Special teams has to contribute. Defense has to contribute because they know that offensively they will get outmanned by some of the better defenses, and you can't do anything about it during the season. That's something that you address in the offseason.
And they've gotten a 5-1 by nearly all the breaks going their way. Mention the comebacks.
Okay. Second down. They just ran it on first, the Rams did. Obviously just trying to bleed the clock. 7:10 left in the game. 2nd and 7. And they're going to take their time in the huddle.
The Rams try to eat all this clock as much as they can. 2nd down and 7.
Take their time at the line. Clock's running down. Clock's running down. Take it all the way down. Oh. I mean, he probably should have, it's not usually a good idea to start reversing field, but at that point, there was a point where he could have and made that actually into something. Right there. Just hit it. Fucking. Yeah, but you're not supposed to lower the helmet to initiate contact, so where's the penalty? No, see, but I don't agree with that rule, so I'm glad that they didn't call that penalty. But the commentary just literally was like, look, he fucking, the way he lowered his shoulder, though, he said his shoulder, even though his head is part of that. But he's like, he lowered his shoulder to possibly cause a fumble. But you can easily just call that lowering the head to initiate contact. Because I don't know if people realize this, but the head is right there next to the shoulders. Like, as a matter of fact, right in between the shoulders. It's literally one of the dumbest rules. The only rule that is stupider than that is you can't land all of your weight on the quarterback. Like, are you kidding me? What game are they playing? Are they playing two-hand touch? What the fuck is this? Like, you can't fucking land on a football player. I don't give a fuck who he is. Like, I don't care, how old he is. I don't care fucking who the player is. I don't care if it's Tom Brady or Rodgers. I don't care what position it is. Well, I mean, I guess I do kind of care what position it is, because you don't want to see, like, you know, offensive players just randomly tackling defensive players or whatever. But, like, you know, if you're going to go make a fucking tackle, to say that you can't land on the person that you're tackling with all your weight is stupid. It's like the dumbest fucking thing. But clearly the only reason why they put that rule into the game is because they want to try and make it so that way offenses have an easier chance and you know, naturally have an advantage, so that way they can have high scoring games, have record setting points and touchdowns like they've had multiple times now over the past few years. There was no receiver in the area. There was literally no receiver in the area. Shouldn't that be intentional grounding? Or was he not in the tackle box?
Get you a drink, Johnny Hecker. Invigorated that rear net. He's earned his money tonight.
Second down and 10.
Second and 10. They got 5 minutes left to go. Yeah, I can't imagine the Bears are going to come back from this one. Deep shot. No good on the deep shot. 3rd and 10.
This is the impact of this Rams rush. Watch the feet on Nick Foles. He doesn't get to step into that throw. His feet are in the air when he's throwing that ball. That's why it's short. If that ball is 5 yards further downfield to Miller, it's a completion. So we talk about pushing the ball down the field. The quarterback is affected by the rush.
See, this is what I'm saying. Those opportunities are there. It's just off a tick. And this is what Matt Nagy keeps talking about. This is why they keep struggling.
Oh.
Got rid of it quick to Montgomery. At the 10, reaching forward. Going to be 2 yards short.
You're up.
Go for it on 4th down.
4:43 left to play. 4th down, 4th and short.
Yesterday, and he said, you know, sometimes play calls come in.
Yeah, I mean, the Bears are not going to win this.
Don't have time to execute.
The Rams are going to secure this win. They're going to go to 5-2. The Bears are going to go to 5-2.
He doesn't know how much time there is back here. So that's something that
And then they're going to prepare to come play us in Miami on Sunday. And
Gabe likely hanging in the balance.
I'm pretty sure they're going to get a W against the Dolphins as well. But who knows, man? Maybe they'll surprise me. But if they do, if the Dolphins can pull out a W against the Rams,
Great example. Nick Foles catches the ball and throws it.
then that will be an impressive win.
Barely has time to get the ball out.
Because then that will mean that they would have done some pretty damn impressive things to overcome an incredible defense versus a pretty, you know, overall effective, potentially explosive offense.
John Perry, how's that communication going?
Yeah.
Player and official like that.
You know, either the officials can take him out if they think there's any issue in relationship to a concussion. There's also medical spotters upstairs that they say it using video. They can take him out as well.
Ooh. I mean, that should have been a penalty on the Rams player, though.
Nick Scott, helmet to helmet there.
Yeah, that was, I mean, I don't think it was intentional
Backfield.
by any means,
Not much that time.
but
Ramsey led behind.
it was like full on helmet to helmet. So, I mean, that was just a clear and obvious one. That should have been a penalty for sure.
We'll come up and we'll make the tackle. Don't give up any big plays, especially after they let Miller run right down the middle of the field.
2nd and 5. I mean, they got 3:18 left. Oh,
Foles rolling, and it's
intercepted. His arm was hit as he was throwing, and it got picked.
on the sideline. It is Jalen Ramsey.
It was Jalen Ramsey.
See, this is what pressure does, right? We're talking about it all night long.
Yeah, but see, that's why I said that this is the commentary right now. They're talking about the pressure that the Rams defense gets on Foles. And that's why I'm saying that that's why my comment earlier about I care more about the defensive line than I do the secondary, because good defensive lines can make the secondary look amazing, even if the secondary is not, or is just average or whatever. But a really good secondary does not necessarily help the defensive line. It can, but that means your corners and your safeties and whatever and your linebackers really have to be able to cover, and sometimes even for a long time, right? Because if you don't have any pass rush and they can't get there and they give them all the time in the world in the pocket, then the receivers can work their way open. The quarterback can roll out. He can step up. There's all kinds of ways to fucking make that better.
A publicly funded charter school for kindergartners to fourth graders in an economically challenged part of Nashville, Tennessee, not far from where Ramsey grew up. When I first asked him about it, all he wanted to do was tell me how amazing the school is, how amazing the founder of the school is, how amazing the students there are. I said, Jalen, I have no doubt it's a wonderful cause, but you are the guy that's giving $1 million of your money. What inspired you to do that? He said it was just on my heart. He said I had a great
Money don't mean shit, bro. People's health and happiness is what's important. Fuck money.
He said it was just on my heart to help out.
And Lisa doesn't want to stop there, just in Nashville. Wants to have a school in Texas. Wants to make a big donation out in California here as well. So during the pandemic, the isolation.
3 minutes, 9 seconds left, and the Rams have the ball again at the Bears 40. That's where they started.
Anytime guys donates $1 million for a good cause, we'll give you another replay.
Defensive coordinator Brandon Staley could not rave about Jalen Ramsey any more than he did to us. He said, this is a guy who, for all the attention that Aaron Donald gets, and deservedly so. Aaron Donald is fast-tracking to win. Sometime down the road, he goes into the Hall of Fame. Jalen Ramsey is playing as well as any defensive back and any defender, especially over the past couple of weeks, in the entire NFL. And a lot of it has to do with his play inside, right? What they call the star position.
Yeah, bro.
Fantasy term, something Nick Saban made famous for playing the nickel corner position. Because Jalen Ramsey's as big as a linebacker, as some linebackers, as fast as the fastest DB, has feet like a small guy, and hands like a wide receiver.
And had made just one interception in his previous 24 games. The answer to that is simple. Everybody staying away from that guy. He's that good. Brandon Staley compared to
Yeah, if we're going to have a chance against the Rams, it's going to have to be a defensive, low-scoring game. It's going to have to be. Because I can't see fucking... I can't see, as much as I hope it does happen, I just can't see Tua just going out there and throwing for like 350 and 4 touchdowns and fucking shit. Not against this defense, bro. Also, someone mentioned earlier about how the Rams don't really have any tape on Tua. I mean, they have plenty of tape from his college days, right? So there's that. But also, it doesn't really matter. And as a matter of fact, if it does matter, it actually is a bigger negative for the Dolphins than it is the Rams, because the way in which it changes our playbook and our schemes, our protections, the receivers having to get used to a left-handed quarterback, like all of that is harder to do than it is for the defensive backs and the Rams defense to just do what they do normally. They don't really have to change anything, honestly. A left-handed quarterback doesn't really make that much of a difference for them.
seen that before? They must practice that a lot, right? I mean, that goes south. That can be pretty embarrassing. You wind up with the wrong kind of a highlight.
They have to tell them they're in practice.
Damn, they pinned him down at the 5-yard line. There's 2:46 left. I mean, they're down still two scores. They're not winning this game.
Here's Chicken Graham. Too late to go to him now, though.
It's going to be 5-2 for both of these teams.
On a Monday night short week, and next week they have an early game in Miami. Short week, then they have a bye weekend. Sure, then they can rest up. They get the bye.
So the Rams get their bye week after the Dolphins. Oh, then the Seahawks, Bucks, and 49ers. Damn.
Aaron Donald's coming. Here he comes.
Yeah, dude. They just said, hey, Tua, Aaron Donald's coming. Bro, I am not fucking ready for that.
Get ready for next Sunday. Foles throwing and catching is Darnell Mooney.
Was a good catch by Moody. Yeah, bro, I'm nervous for this game. Like, I am not okay with it. The shit scares me, bro. Oh, Foles flushed out and throws it away. 2:11 left, 2nd and 10.
These Rams, we wondered how they would respond after that tough loss a week ago, and they came out and they've been more physical. It's been clear on both lines of scrimmage, running the football with Sean McVay, and then Aaron Donald leading that defensive.
Oy, 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 oy.
More physical.
2 takeaways, 3 sacks for the Rams defense.
Right? They still have to play Cardinals and Seattle twice. It'll be a great finish to that division.
See the numbers? I think that's the best
Damn.
division in football.
Yeah, the NFC West right now is stacked. Seahawks 5-1.
I'm not going to ask you the worst division in football. I think we're good there.
They're all 4 or 5 win teams.
And people were already questioning the Bears at 5-1. What are they going to say about 5-2?
2 minutes left in the game. This shit's about to wrap. Yeah, there's nothing that the Bears are going to be able to do. It sucks, man. Like, it sucks. It's got to suck, though, for, teams at this point when there's, like, nothing left that they can do.
With the Capital One Venture Card, you earn unlimited double miles on every purchase every day.
Objection. My credit card doesn't earn double miles on every purchase.
I object to your objection. With the Capital One Venture Card, you earn unlimited double miles on every purchase. And may it please the court, earn 100,000 bonus miles when you spend $20,000 in your first year. All allowed. No further questions, Your Honor. Well, just one. What's in your wallet? Adscribe Music burst into song when he got free delivery from Popeyes.
Oh, baby, I got Popeyes.
Order from the Popeyes app today and get free delivery.
Coming up on our T-Mobile post-game coverage, live reaction from the Bears and Rams. Ryan Clark breaking down the decided defensive factor on Monday night. Christian McCaffrey coming back soon, but at times do it Thursday night. We'll see. Back to Inglewood, that beautiful new stadium.
Yeah, check it out when you can. Everybody, hopefully that's soon. You can get out here to beautiful SoFi Stadium. Bill usually has a star of the game on his show. I think it'd be nice if they had a punter.
Aaron Hacker for sure.
Stand for Steve can book.
Break down the
Sean
wall.
Hacker. I'm not sure they can make it happen. Let's see.
I don't even know if it's calling one.
Whoa. 3rd and 4. All right, last 2 minutes of the game.
It's kind of been
I mean, this is a pretty sure victory for the Rams at this point.
Let's go defense first. Of course, in this kind of game, Hunter Johnny Heck has been the biggest star of the game. Good for him. Good for the community. Anthony Miller on the receiving end. First down in Chicago.
First down, minute 56.
The toughest remaining schedule based on their opponent's combined one-loss record. So, you look at the Rams' schedule of who they've beaten. We're talking about the best divisions, the worst divisions. Their 4 wins, all 4 of them had come against the beaten up NFC East. So you wonder a little bit about Los Angeles as well.
Yeah, well, let's see.
Against the Bills and the 49ers. But this will be if they can hold on a quality win against this Bears team.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like
John Johnson, their free safety. He's made a bunch of plays. Early in the game, he was back in position against the deep ball. Mooney and talking with Brandon Staley, he loves John Johnson. He feels that he's underappreciated. Everybody wants to talk about Jalen Ramsey and Aaron Donald, and rightfully so. But John Johnson is the quarterback of this Rams defense. He's the one that calls the plays, is communicating for Brandon Staley on the sideline, which is not normal. Normally it's a linebacker. Staley is a critical piece. Johnson studied under Aaron Will.
whoa!
Talk about that leadership underneath Graham. Goes down to 42 again by Johnson. Only a 4th-year player out of Boston College.
3rd and 10, minute 42 left.
Everybody at this level gives 100%. You got to simplify. That allows you to play faster. I think he's learned that lesson already.
No question. But it's really changed the tempo of this defense.
Come on, 3rd and 10, minute 42 left to go. Bears don't have any more timeouts either, so if they hold them the next 2 downs and get the ball back, then they can just kneel it and end the game. Oh, Lordy. Get some stretching on.
It's because he's not just a corner. He's a weapon, and that's how they describe him. Would you rather safety call the defenses in the huddle? To actually make the call? No. But you know what? It shouldn't be something that's not foreign to a safety because they go to all the signal caller meetings anyway with their linebackers. But yeah, I mean, it is a heck of a feather in John Johnson's cap. The Brandon Staley talked about it in that regard. I thought it was cool. Brandon Staley, he had Eddie Jackson, right, in Chicago. He had Justin Simmons and Kareem Jackson last year in Denver. And, John Johnson in those categories, it's pretty high praise.
Oh, and sack. There's another sack.
Leonard Floyd brought him down.
Now they're getting the one-on-ones that they want.
Damn.
Now you've got this, and now it just becomes mayhem because now they've got one-on-ones. You see Aaron Donald's got a one-on-one. They've run a little bit of a twist. Leonard Floyd comes inside with the penetration. Now these guys are just having fun. This is the best time to be a defender.
Now these guys are just having fun. A minute 10 left. 4th and 18 after that sack.
Let him go on the streets. Drafted him 9th overall. Yeah, 16. He gave up a golden financial decision, but that happens. You're going to play hard. Ironically, it's because of his inability to affect the passer and be a rusher the way they wanted him to. The very thing that he's doing right now. What that tells you is what? Aaron Donald again, how he can help you out. Well, you would think he had Khalil Mack on the other side last year, so I don't know that that's a reason why, but I think certainly sometimes when you get cut or you get released and you have to go to another team, like it's a humbling experience, and then you dig deep and you find a little bit more motivation. It's a factor. We're not saying that Leonard Floyd is becoming like Khalil Mack, but he is producing in this environment for sure. Just the way it works sometimes.
4th and 18. Last call for balls. Looked like he had some separation, but Williams couldn't get it to him. This Rams defense continues to be strong. If this score holds up, it'll be the total of 33 second-half points allowed in the 7 games this season.
Look at Jalen Ramsey. He gets beat on the outside. This ball is thrown downfield. This is a touchdown. Easy. Jalen Ramsey's been beaten twice in this game like this. Just watch his eyes. Come out of the break. He's looking in the backfield. Allegiance in the wrong place every time, and he knows better than that. He's trying to steal one. It's late in the game. He's just like, man.
And there we go. The Rams are going to kneel it.
I have 5 possessions for Chicago. Interception, turned it over on downs, turned it over on downs, interception, and turned it over on downs. Our Burger King
Wow.
moment.
3 turnover on downs and 2 interceptions in their last 5
I'm
possessions.
sure someone on the
Now listen, if you hit that thing perfect,
Right,
it's going to spin off your foot and go straight out of bounds.
Here's Johnny. In Los Angeles.
I'll tell you, no fans in the stands, he doesn't care. I'm having fun out here.
He's having a better time. Johnny Hecker.
Sean McVay wanted to see his team bring some energy and play with some enthusiasm tonight. Under these difficult circumstances, they did that and then some tonight.
All right, so we can agree the Rams are not soft anymore, right?
Yes.
And the Bears are going to keep having to defend their now 5-2 record.
Yes.
I'll be answering some more questions. Ram fans will enjoy this, and they'll look for their Dodgers to win the World Series tomorrow night after the Lakers score a 1. The NBA championship. Next Monday night, don't miss the Giants hosting Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. Our producers, Bill Dean, directors Jimmy Black, John Barrett, Lisa Salters, Brian Greasy, Louis Riddick. I'm Steve Levy. So long, SoFi Stadium.
All right.
On the week 8, we send it to Sports Center.
So that's a wrap. The game is now over, and the Rams win 24-10. So, yeah, man. Well, it was a solid game. The Rams definitely. I mean, I think this is an instance in which overall the score gives a pretty solid idea of how the game played out. I mean, the Rams obviously won 24-10. They played like it, and the Bears played like it, right? Like, they didn't play very well on offense, but their defense was playing pretty good. They definitely got some stops, which didn't allow the Rams to, go off and, score 30, 35 points, whatever. And their defense kept them in the game for most of the game, but just those turnovers, man, were the big thing. The two turnovers, the 3 turnover on downs, all that stuff, right? So, they just didn't execute as well. But yeah, it's gonna be a tough game for the Dolphins next week against the Rams. And again, I mean, just to wrap up and reiterate a little bit, I mean, my biggest concern is, Tua going up against that defense, man. I mean, that's gonna be a tough challenge. So, we'll see how it plays out. Hopefully they'll surprise me and get a W. And, like I said, if they do, then, I mean, they'll deserve a ton of credit, because if they do, then that means that they will have played really well, right? Like, it's not like playing the Jets, who, coming into the season were already, having their struggles, already, a team that's rebuilding, what and whatnot, right? And then you add in, they had, I think, a couple opt-outs, but tons of injuries, and, then they cut Bell and so on and so forth, right? So, it's totally different than that. Or it's even totally different than playing a team that's good when they're fully healthy, like the 49ers, but playing them at a time when they are decimated by injuries and not the same team that they would have been, had they had all their players there, right? So they're playing a good team that is now 5-2, and they have a great defense and a really good offense that is capable of, big plays and explosive plays and so on and so forth. So it's going to be a big challenge for the Dolphins this upcoming Sunday. So we'll see how it plays out. Let's see. So today's Monday. I'm just, as far as the rest of the week goes, pretty much from now until Saturday, it'll just be basically anything that's, news, anything that comes up, I'll make videos and stuff. And then Saturday, I'll do my preview video for the Rams game. And, and then Sunday, obviously, will be the game. It's one of the early games, so it'll be 10 o'clock Pacific time, so 10 o'clock my time, a.m., and then 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern, and I will be doing a live stream for that game to see how it goes. Obviously just to watch it because I'm a Dolphins fan, but also to see how it goes, to see how we play against this really good Rams team and see how Tua fares in his first start in a Dolphins uniform. And, yeah, so honestly, even if we lose and even if he did play like shit, if he comes out of it healthy and doesn't get hurt, that's honestly going to be a win as far as I'm concerned. So, yeah. And I think that's about it. So, I think I'm going to go ahead and bounce. It's like 8:30 here my time. It's not super late, but, I'm going to probably move on and grab some grub here in a minute and whatnot. And so I appreciate anybody and everybody that came in. Obviously, kind of slow. I don't have a lot of people that jump in here, but I appreciate everybody that does. So thank you guys for getting up in here and chatting with me. And, be sure to look out for my videos and stuff. All right, guys, I'm a bounce. I will see you guys soon.